as me. I like that. When I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm sewing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You wanna see the inside? I see you later. Here come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place, play your position. Here come my intuition. Go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it, and hoes clock it. Here comes respect. His crew's your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man eye, big man, they never try, so we roll with them. I stole with them, I mean loyalty. Niggas bought me milks at lunch, the milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 80 lunch, 80 lunch. Long as I got stuff for most of them soft. Even when I was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus I'm fucking bitches ain't my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to in-glass, pass off for global. The only nigga with a mobile. Can't you see like total? Getting larger in waist and taste. Ain't no telling where this felon is heading. Just in case, keep a shell at the tip of your melon. Clear the space. Your brain was a terrible thing to waste. Realizing to master enterprise and I ain't have to be in school by 10. I then began to encounter with my counterparts of how to burn the block apart. Break it down into sections, drugs by these selections. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the free sky's the limit. Never been as broke as me. I like that. When I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm sewing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You wanna see the inside? I see you later. Here come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place, play your position. Here come my intuition. Go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it, and hoes clock it. Here comes respect. His crew's your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man eye, big man, they never try, so we roll with them. Stolty, niggas bought me milks at lunch, the milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 80 lunch, 80 lunch. Long as I got stuff for most of them soft. Even when I was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus I'm fucking bitches Bitches ain't my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to English, pass off for global. The only nigga with a mobile. Can't you see like total? Getting larger in waist and taste. Ain't no telling where this felon is heading. Just in case, keep a shell at the tip of your melon. Clear the space. Your brain was a terrible thing to waste. Realizing to master enterprise and I ain't have to be in school by 10. I then began to encounter with my counterparts of how to burn the block apart. Break it down into sections. Drugs by these selections. Some use pipes, others use injections. Syringe sold separately. Frank the deputy, quick to grab my Smith and Wesson like my dick was missing. To protect my position, my corner, my layer. While we out here, say the hustler's prayer. If the game shakes me or breaks me, I hope it makes me a better man. Take a better stand, put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Motherfucker. 88.
All right. What is going on, guys? What is going on?
Cool.
All right, man.
What's
We're
up,
here.
guys?
Man, we got an interesting night in store for you guys, man. We actually don't have any WWE to talk about unless we talk about, which we probably will anyway, just that Cody thing that happened tonight. So, yeah, man. So, we've made you guys wait long enough, man. Let's just hop right into the intro. What is going yet again another edition of the Notorious podcast, another edition of Notorious Unscripted, man. This is episode 123, to my knowledge. And yeah, man. This is episode 123 of the podcast, man. Another edition of Notorious Unscripted. And yeah, man, if this is your first time watching, guys, do not know how the show works, man. Every Monday, we are on here with Notorious Unscripted, and every Friday at 4 p.m. Central, we are on here with the news, man. So if you guys did miss this Friday's past edition of the news, the Christmas edition of the podcast, and Sir K's birthday edition of the show, you guys can now watch that on all platforms, man. Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and if you want to see it first, again, right here, 4 p.m. Central, every Friday with the news. That one was FTR possibly making the move to WWE in 2023, and also WWE continuing Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins upon Cody's return. With that, man, if you guys have not got a chance to get your hands on all of this beautiful merchandise right here, man, you guys can now find this live on the merch shop. That is bonfire.com. Link is at the top of the description of this video. It is also in either mine or Sir K's social media pages, man. On the Linktree page, it is not hard to find whatsoever, man. All 8 of these beautiful designs, like I said, the Chicago flag design, the Chicago skyline design, the base logo design, the best kept secrets to the IWC, the Riddler inspired shirt, the Notorious Scratch logo shirt, the only community that matters, the Uncrowned Kings of the IWC, the Biggie shirt, and the Christmas merch, man. Well, again, all 8 of these designs available in more than just a t-shirt live on the merch shop right now. Link is at the top of the description of this video, and it is either in mine or Sir K's social media pages, man. So, with that, if this is your first time watching, you guys do not know who we are here at the Notorious podcast. I am Johnny Mayhem, one half of the host of this very show, and as for the other half, we got my man Sir K here. How's it going, man?
It's going good, man. It's going good. Just been chilling out, man. Had a good holiday. Like Bill's asked. Hoped everybody had a good holiday. I did, man. I did. What about you? And but I had a good holiday, man. Had a good holiday. I've just been chilling with family, man. The normal stuff for the holiday, man. But back to it now, and just waiting for, I guess, what is it called, the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, man.
That's the
Yeah.
next stop, I guess. So just waiting for that, man. But usually Durante's here's that.
Huh. Oh no, you're good. Keep
Usually
going.
Durante's here to ask, how's life? How's the family? Life's good. Family's good.
Damn. Get. Give me 1 second.
This holiday. I hope you guys have had a great holiday.
Okay. Okay, I apologize for that. I did not want you guys. Yes, Charlotte is at it again. Okay, I wanted you guys to actually
It's
hear how
fine,
Sir
man.
K has been and not just look at a bunch of
Oh,
pixels.
God.
So with that, um I am half of your host. It's weird starting from this point of the intro. I am one half of your host, Johnny Mayhem, and as for the other half, we got my man Sir K here. So how the hell are you, man? How's it going?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Just been chilling out, man. Just been chilling. I had a good holiday. Thank you, Bill, for asking. And just did normal holiday stuff. Family, normal holiday stuff. Never really do much, but uh, normal stuff is all that matters, man. But Durante usually here, usually here to ask, how's life? How's family? Life's good. Family's good. How are you guys doing in chat? How was your guys' holiday? Hope you guys had a good holiday. But what about you, bro?
Yeah, man, I'm good, bro. I'm good. Yeah, holiday was nice, man. Holiday was nice. I feel like I'm coming down with a cold, which is incredibly fucking annoying around this time of year for me. But other than that, man,
Mm-hmm.
other than that, I'm good. I'm good, man, and I'm excited. I'm excited, man. Just waiting on Wednesday for the year-end awards. I'm super excited for that. But yeah, man, Christmas was good, bro. Christmas was good. Yeah, it was real good, man. So no complaints from me whatsoever. And Yes, thank you, Bill, for the well wishes, and I hope you had a great holiday weekend as well. How was your holiday, and did you get any wrestling related gifts, man? I know I did, man. This is one of them, actually. It's
Yeah.
Bray Wyatt hoodie, and then I got the Chicago CM
Yeah.
Punk shirt. What other wrestling gift? I got the Revel in What You Are shirt that you got me. Um, so yeah,
Uh,
man, yeah. I think that's all the wrestling related gifts I got. I could be wrong though. But did you get any wrestling related gifts, man? I'd love to know. But yes, and as Durante always asks, man, I'm good. Family's good. And what about you, Durante? So, yeah, man. How the hell are you guys? Thank you guys for being here as always. We got an interesting night of Unscripted, man. We really only have AEW Dynamite to talk about. What is going on, Logan? How are you, my brother? How was your holiday, man?
what's up, Logan? How's your holiday?
Yeah, man. So we really only got AEW Dynamite to talk about, man, and then we got probably that one Cody Rhodes sit down, which we have some interesting news on Friday about him. So that should be interesting. Sweet, man. Which Edge
Hey,
shirt did you get? Is it the one,
man,
the SummerSlam one where he came down with those fucking glasses?
class.
Oh God,
God,
please don't tell me you got that
was it
Iconoclast
iconoclast?
shirt. Please. So yeah, man. Yeah, we pretty much only got that to talk about, man. And like I said, that one sit down for Monday Night Raw, but other than that, SmackDown is pretty useless as well, man. So nothing really to talk about there.
Yeah. Oh, damn, Bell, really? Is the shipping really that bad for going for like across the pond? Hmm, that sucks.
Yeah, that sucks, man. That sucks. Yeah, cause shipping for us is like what's the cheapest option? Like $5.
Like, yeah, like $5, $6. That shit
You
ain't
know,
bad. I just go for the cheapest. I can go chill when it arrives.
Pro Wrestling Tees is a motherfucker with shipping, bruh. How they gonna charge you $6
They
per
are,
item? Like, bruh, that shit ain't right. Somebody
yeah,
gotta stop them.
especially we're fucking 45 minutes away.
Yeah,
So
man.
we pay the same amount as motherfuckers in LA do. Like, what? That's something that irks me. Oh,
What?
really? Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, man. Send us a
Okay.
picture for sure.
Cool, cool. I'm curious.
Yeah, that's foul as hell, man. I'm tired of Pro Wrestling Tees. How the hell am I order? How the hell am I put three shirts and a hoodie in my damn cart? It's $21 for shipping. What the hell? $21?
Fuck,
Ain't that heavy? Come on
I
now.
hate that shit, bro.
What's wrong with these people? Anyway,
A
um,
t-shirt.
seriously, man, somebody got to stop them. Regardless, yes, we got AEW Dynamite,
I
man,
swear
and then
to
we got
God.
that Cody sit down, and there's really nothing to even talk about there. It's just there, to talk
No, it's
about.
just
So
speculation.
yeah, but like I said, we got actual news on Cody for Friday, but at least rumored news for Cody on Friday,
Friday.
man.
Mhm.
But yeah, man, and then after that, man, we're going to go into the as you can see on the bottom of the screen, man, the 2022 year-end award previews, man. So this episode of AEW Dynamite was when it was good, it was really good, and when it was bad, which we'll definitely get to that point in the show, it was really fucking bad. And yes, Dominic Mysterio, bro. They got to do another one for New Year's. That shit was so funny, bro.
God. I was gonna say they gotta do it for New Year's, bro.
Yes, they need to.
Talking about
It,
mommy bail me out.
it
Ugh,
need. Talking about I'm not gonna
come
make it
on,
in
bro.
jail, bruh. Dude, it was too funny, bro. It was too funny. They got to do one of Dominic getting out of jail and
They
Judgment
gotta
Day going to
escalate it.
Ray's
And the
house
next
and
one,
beating his ass, bruh. That ain't right.
we got to, bro. We got to. This shit funny.
Yeah, man. So AEW Dynamite, man. We opened the show with Ricky Starks. Ricky Starks opened the show. This is Holiday Bash Dynamite. It's crazy to think a year ago on this show, Kyle O'Reilly debuted in AEW. Crazy, man. Crazy. So,
Damn, crazy. It's been a year. That's nuts.
yeah, been a whole year, man. Been a whole year.
Fuck.
So,
Damn.
AEW Dynamite opens with Ricky Starks, man. He opens the show talking about MJF. He opens talking about how he lost to MJF, but at least he lost like a man, as to where MJF won like a coward. He couldn't really talk too much about it before none other than Chris Jericho comes out. Comes out in a long black trench coat, which looked pretty sick. And he comes out with Daniel Garcia
Oh,
and
yeah.
Sammy Guevara. So, Chris Jericho goes out there and he says, you know what, Ricky? You are a great young star. Some would even say he's a breakout star. He says he likes Ricky Starks a lot, and therefore he doesn't want to fight Ricky Starks. He wants to give Ricky Starks the invitation to join the Jericho Appreciation Society. Yeah, please no. The last thing we need is a fucking 8th member to the goddamn group, because there's already...
God, no.
Yeah, I mean, I think there is 8 members now, if you count Jericho, so... Yeah, last thing we need is a 9th member to the JAS. Regardless.
God.
Yeah. Regardless.
Good Lord.
Sammy...
This is a fucking Bullet Club?
Yeah, for real. So, it was funny in this segment, because Sammy Guevara the fans just started chanting Sammy sucks for no reason. It was hilarious. He wasn't even doing any. So, that was some great comic relief for this segment. Ricky Starks then starts going off on Chris Jericho. He starts going off on Chris Jericho. He told him, you want me to join the Jericho Appreciation Society? Hell no. And he starts going off on Chris Jericho, man. He told him he used to be built like an air fryer. And he starts absolutely just giving it to Chris Jericho on the mic. He brought up Action Andretti. And, yeah, man. So Jericho grabs the mic, and Jake Hager is behind Ricky Starks at this point, in the ring, while the other guys are standing on the stage, and Chris Jericho says, that was the worst mistake you just ever made. And that was the worst mistake you'd ever made. And then Jake Hager jumps him from behind, and they jump Ricky Starks until Action Andretti comes out. And he kicks Chris Jericho in the head, and they run off the rest of the JAS. He does his little springboard disaster kick thing. And yeah, man. And then he hits his like springboard moonsault thing from the corner, and the JAS runs away, man. So this was the opening segment to Dynamite. And I am very pumped if we are about to get a Chris Jericho versus Ricky Starks feud, man, because it is going to be heat. I can assure you.
Definitely, man. I'm so happy they're getting this. They're getting Ricky Starks in a feud with someone that's actually relevant still, and they didn't fucking pull a Tony Khan and just he gets hot and then just get to put in a random feud against some nobody. So I like the path they're going with Ricky Starks, and I hope they keep it up, man. I really hope they do.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. So the next match was match 5. Match 5 to the Elite versus the Death Triangle. This one was their no disqualification match, and this match was very, very good, man. This was very good. It was a nice offset from what we're used to with these, what we've been used to for the past 4 matches with these teams. And it was a nice offset to switch things up a little bit, man. It was nice to switch it up. Um,
Definitely.
we had some cool table spots in here, man. We had some spots, some Christmas tree spots. So it was all good and dandy. And yeah, I mean, we got another good match with these two, man. But man, by the time this is done, I don't think anybody's going to ever want to see the Elite versus Death Triangle again. However, I think after this, it
Exactly.
would be a good point to have the Death Triangle breakup, please. So yeah, I don't know anybody that
Please.
I don't know
Not only
anybody
do you
that.
need people in your tag division,
Uh
go ahead.
oh, I was just gonna say I think it's the perfect time to
Oh,
to break this up, man. I think it's the perfect time to break this up. Definitely, 100%.
definitely, man. You gotta have pocket singles, and you need people in that tag division at this point, especially if certain people are dipping. Fucking FTR, you gotta get some people in that division, and those two are perfect, man.
Definitely, man. There was a point in this match where I thought Kenny Omega might legitimately tap out. That was when Pac had the brutalizer in with barbed wire wrapped around his head. Well, it was like garland barbed wire. And then Nick went to save it. He got put back in the knee bar, and Matt Jackson was the one
Mhm.
to break off their offense and help his boys out, man. So, yeah, this was a really good match, man. This was a really good match. The Elite won. The Elite ended up winning this match by, I believe it was a uh yes, that's what it was. It was a Meltzer driver from the corner on a steel chair. Matt Jackson was able to get the pin as Kenny Omega was
Mhm.
holding Pac from getting inside of the ring. So
Yeah,
that was match number 5, and yeah, I believe we got one more match. That is a regular match before we move on to this ladder match. That is should be
definitely.
that should
I'm
be
excited.
a good one, definitely.
Definitely, man. Should be really good, man. I'm looking forward to this. Best of
100%.
7 series went better than I thought it would.
All right. All right. Yeah, man. So this one was a good one. This one was a good one, man. What can I say? Good way to switch it up, bro. It was a good way to switch it up as always. And yeah. So that was you stop your fucking laughing. All right, man. So next we got ne- next we got
Ain't
hold on.
laughing at that, bro.
Audio with me and Sir K. So give me 1 second.
Good.
All right. I think we're finally good because there was a awful sound delay with me and Sir K. Yes, it was technical difficulties. Thank you to our number one brother,
Thank you.
Logan, the mod father.
Thank you for my father.
All right,
You.
man. So, where were we? AEW Dynamite, man. Okay, so yes, the Elite versus Death Triangle. It was good. It was good, man. It was a nice offset on what has been going on. Now you just look so much more clearer. It looks so much better. Okay, you don't look like fucking iRobot anymore. Oh snap. JT85. He says, "Hey y'all, I'm making a cameo appearance tonight. I'm at work." That's what's up, dude. That's what's up.
Good luck, man.
Dude,
Thank
good
you.
luck, bro. Good luck. If you work, God bless, bro. God bless.
I had one of those days, bro. So I
Yeah.
feel you, my man.
Yeah, man. Yes. Well, good luck at work, my man, and thank you always for stopping in, man. Very much appreciated.
Thank you, man. Hell yeah.
So yeah, man. Merry Christmas to you, bro. All right. So yes, the Elite versus Death Triangle match 5.
Happy holidays.
It, it was a good it was a good offset on the norm, which we all expected, man. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, man. Definitely. I like the match a lot, man. It was really good. Surprising. Even there were 5 of these things that I'm not tired of them yet. But after match 7, don't get this fucking match again. Swear to God.
Yeah, please no, for the love of God. Okay, so next we have a backstage interview with the Action Andretti. He's in the back. He's talking to Tony Schiavone, man, and all of a sudden 2.0 come up. And he's getting ready to fight him, and they're telling him to calm down. And they tell him, dude, you are on a hot streak, man. You are on a hot streak. Some would even say you are on fire. He turns around, and he gets a fireball thrown in his face. It looks like the Wizard has made his return. Out with the Ocho and in with the Wizard. I think the Wizard is back, man. What do you think?
I think so, man. I think so. I think that was a clever way to do all that with the fireball. Maybe it was just one appearance from the Wizard, or maybe the Wizard. The Wizard.
The Wizard?
Fuck. Maybe the Wizard is back. I don't know, man. We'll have to see, but let's just see how it plays out. God damn it.
The Wizard.
Fucking Chris Jericho. God damn it.
All right, man. So next up, we have Bryan Danielson and Renee Paquette. I always love seeing this pairing back on television. She was interviewing Bryan about what had happened with MJF. He went in to cut a really good promo on what happened with him and Mr. Regal, man. And he began to, give praise to William Regal, saying that, a lot of people have helped him along the way, but there's really no bigger person that has been an influence to him in his career than Mr. William Regal. So, yeah, man, while Bryan was cutting this promo, Ethan Page came out and set up a match for what I believe to be New Year's Smash. New Year's Smash, man.
Okay. Yeah.
Ethan Page versus Bryan Danielson. Yeah, man. So that was that. That was that, man. And yeah, that was about it. It was a really good segment. Bryan cut a really good promo, man. And yeah, it was great. It really was.
Definitely, man. Definitely. It's gonna be a fun little match, man. Good way to keep Bryan busy till I can do the match at Revolution, man. So I'm intrigued to see how it goes, man.
Definitely, man. And then after this, we got a promo segment in the back with John Moxley where he was talking about how stupid Hangman's reasoning for being mad at him was, because John Moxley, that is his job, to go in there and try to knock somebody out. And, you know, and then he mentioned, what if he does it again to one of these guys in the $300,000 King of the Christmas Battle Royal or whatever the hell it was. By the way, bro,
Whatever the fuck it was.
did you see some of those fucking trios in there?
I actually didn't even like think about it. No,
One of the trios,
can't
and
even lie.
the first one that comes to mind, one of the trios that I seen on their little promotional image was Kip Sabian, the Butcher, and the Blade.
Why?
There was a bunch of
Common.
weird ones too, bro. There was a bunch of. I was looking at that and I was like, "Oh man, I feel fucking bad. I feel fucking bad for whoever had to be in this match, whoever had to watch that garbage." So
they had an appearance with Kip Sabian.
it was
Recently.
Trent Seven.
Trent? No, was it?
It was.
No, I thought it was someone we liked and we didn't want him with Kip. Huh.
Yeah, Trent Seven.
Oh, Trent 7. Okay, I confused the Trents. Never mind, I confused the Trents. Never mind, I get what you mean. Goddamn, confused them. I was like, Trent? But then I realized you said 7.
Oh yeah, yep. Trent Seven, man. He was the one. His one-time appearance alongside Kip fucking Sabian. So, really good promo from John Moxley. Really good promo from John Moxley. We got another backstage video package with Samoa Joe where he was talking about Wardlow and he was talking about being the king of television. I like that. It's real cool being that he technically does have both TV titles. And yeah, man. So, Samoa Joe.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, Samoa Joe cut a real good promo here on Wardlow. Then we move into Hook versus some jobber. Endinus Prime, I think his name was, or something like that.
Yeah, it was something fucking weird.
Yeah,
like a fucking transformer.
Yeah, Exodus Prime. That's what his name was.
Good Lord. Exodus Prime. God damn, they had some random fucking loser to face somebody. It was really good seeing Hook on the damn show again. This is the shit I want to see. Maybe not that jobber, but Hook.
Definitely.
Oh yeah, JT. That's what made it so funny.
Oh, bro, those Dominic segments are always so fucking. He is always so cringe, but he's so fucking good.
Oh, he's so bad. I love it.
He really is one of those. He's so fucking bad. He's good, bro. That's Dominic Mysterio really for you. Yeah. So with that, Hook wins his match against Exodus Prime, and then it cuts to the back. It cuts to Lee Moriarty and Big Bill. They're beating up Jungle Boy, and they chokeslam him in a dumpster. And that was that.
Good Lord. Big fucking Bill.
Big Bill.
God, I don't like the firm.
Oh, I know. Tell me about it. Next, man, we have John Moxley. We have John Moxley in a match against Dante Martin from Top Flight. He came through the crowd with Claudio. And, yeah, man. He put on a pretty good match with Dante Martin. Can't really complain. It was a solid Dynamite match for John Moxley. And not really too much to say, man. No complaints for me. No complaints for me. It was a good match. It was a good match, man. And John Moxley, I believe, ended up beating him with the Bulldog choke. So that was that, man. And it was real good, man. It was real good.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. I like it a lot. I like what Mox was saying before the match, talking about how injury prone he was, and I really like what Mox has been doing, man.
Definitely. Definitely, bro. We got a backstage segment from Jamie Hayter talking about her match with Hikaru Shida, which was to come later in the night. And yeah, seriously. Vince backstage changing AEW
Big
names now.
fucking Bill.
Big Bill. That's the
What
most
was that
Vince
one
thing
tag
ever.
team? The fuck did they name that fucking tag team to backstage? Or not backstage, but like the tag team that's always on Dark.
The Trust
Ah,
Busters.
fuck. No, they were like an indie team. They were showing up and they changed their name. They're
Oh,
like
you talking about Bear Country? The Iron
Bear
Savages?
Country. What's their the talking about the Iron Savages, bro? What? Hell no. Big
Yeah.
Bill and the Iron Savages.
Yeah, that is. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Some of
Big
those name
Bill.
changes are just so out of whack. Um,
God, I hate name
next,
changes. They're the fucking worst.
they really are, bro. They really are. Next, man, we have FTR versus the Guns, and this match wasn't really it for me. The Gun Club's just not it whatsoever,
Mm.
and they ended up beating FTR via roll up. So yeah, that was
So
that.
definitely, man. The guns, they just don't got it, bro. They just don't. They're not
No,
like atrocious, but they're just so bland. It's like no point in watching them.
yeah, and their heel antics, it's like a little too childish, I think.
It is. They act like they're fucking middle schoolers. It's like fucking grow up. You're two adults.
Yeah,
Act like fucking adults.
definitely, definitely, man. So yeah, that was that. They beat FTR, as FTR, according to AEW commentary, is in a slump. So I guess this is the story we're going with.
God damn. Let's see how it plays out.
Definitely, man. So after this, we got a we got bro, we got a fucking rap video from Sanjay Dutt with Satnam Singh, Jay Lethal, and Jeff Jarrett, and of course him, bro.
Get this shit off TV, bruh.
Get this shit the fuck off
Please.
television, dude. For the love of God, what was this? How did that get cleared for television? Bro,
I hate it.
absolutely awful. Absolutely awful, man. Even when they cut back to the commentary team, it was literally just Taz sitting at the table, and he literally, the first words out of his mouth were, "What the hell was that?" That's the same fucking thing I said.
Yeah. What the fuck was that? That's a good fucking question there. That shit, man. Bro, get that ROH garbage off my TV, bruh. Please. Get these three
Seriously.
off of the TV.
Seriously, bro. And next, we got the biggest boss, Rick Ross, on Dynamite again. This, you know what? If we had a category for the worst segment of the year, this would definitely be a
This would
nominee
probably. Oh, easily. Easily.
and could probably win the whole damn thing. It probably could.
Very well could. It's pretty bad.
This segment was so fucking bad. I can't even begin to describe to you guys how mad this segment made me, bro. So we start this off with Keith Lee, and he's standing in the ring, and Rick Ross, Tony Schiavone, and Keith Lee are just walking around the ring, just talking like they're at the fucking family cookout, and they're just walking around, just fucking pacing around the ring, waiting for who Rick Ross is referring to as the young legend, Swerve. And he says to Keith Lee, this is probably the funniest part of the fucking segment. Out of the blue, he just looks at Keith Lee and he just points at him and he says, "You a big motherfucker." That is what he tells Keith Lee for no reason. You a big motherfucker. On television, live on television, bro. And Keith Lee just puts his hands up and he's looking at the camera doing this, and it was, that was probably about the best part of the segment. And then from this point on, it was just done. It was donezo for this fucking segment because Swerve ends up coming out and he's standing there, and Keith Lee, he's talking to Keith Lee, and Rick Ross is just cutting him off in the middle of his promo. He's just, "You better watch your back." He's just ad-libbing the segment. And Swerve's trying to cut his promo, and Rick Ross is just simultaneously, just periodically, just putting the mic up to his hands and just saying shit. And, you know, he's pointing at the back of Keith Lee's head. "You better keep eyes on the back of your head," or something like that. Keith Lee just looked like the biggest fucking idiot in this segment to me. And this segment was atrocious. This segment was really fucking atrocious. And Keith is standing in the ring, and Swerve is standing there, and all of a sudden, from behind, Parker Boudreaux.
God, that is the fucking name of that company.
Is standing behind Keith Lee, and he's hitting him. None of it's really taking Keith Lee down, but he's hitting him. Keith Lee starts getting his offense back before who we know as Graydon Gwartz, I think his name is. Bro,
Yeah.
another segment.
Bro. Someone said, okay.
I was going to say another segment on AEW Dynamite where we have no fucking idea who the guy is. Who is this?
Yeah. Who the fuck is? I saw a tweet. Someone called his ass Crip Bray Wyatt. I was fucking laughing my ass off. Like, who the fuck is that, bro? Just some random dude pops up. Like, why? Why this guy?
Bro, here we go with another one of these big guys that we have on the roster, and he offers no value whatsoever. He's going to offer no value to this company. Apparently, he's new to wrestling, and he's already on television. We're going to have ourselves another Satnam Singh. This is who this is. Another one of these big guys. Another one of these big guys who comes into AEW, and they're just put there because they're big and aesthetically they look good to the group because it's Swerve with two big dudes to back them up. And that's all this is going to be. And then they do this cinder block spot where they hold Keith Lee. I mean, how overly, to me, that was just a little much, like a cinder block. Okay. So
like they're fucking tossing around like it's fucking styrofoam.
Oh,
which
I know.
It is.
100%. 100%. So they're beating up Keith Lee. Swerve gives him the double stomp with the cinder block as Rick Ross, the biggest boss, Rick Ross, starts holding up Swerve's hoodie. The Mogul Affiliates is the name of this group. And it is Swerve with Parker Bordeaux and some nobody. What happened to the AEW big man. I mean, dude, a couple years ago, they had some of the most intriguing and different and a variety of big men. And now it seems like all the big men that they're introducing to us, the newer big men, are just a fucking band of nobodies.
Band of fucking just generic big guys. Oh, big, tall person sat in and sing. Oh, fucking just big guy and this fucking guy. Like, dude, who are these people? Give us some cool people. Like, bro, Will Hobbs would be perfect in this little group for them.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Why you get this random fucking dude? I don't get it, bro. They have the roster, and Tony Khan's still just looking at random other people. Like, bro, use your fucking roster.
What are we doing here, bro? Will Hobbs would be perfect. You could even think about a guy like Brian Cage, who's doing absolutely nothing. He's in a shit group. Lance Archer, I mean, bro. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what this is, and this is another shit signing. And bro, what a awfully awkward segment with these two. When AEW, we always criticize AEW for never doing a proper professional wrestling turn, and when they do it, we get shit like this. I mean, what was this, bro? What the hell was this, man?
This monstrosity of a segment. Rick Ross just ad-libbing over the fucking commentators every 2 seconds. Random nobody showing up. Fucking mogul affiliates. Like, what? The hell is going on here?
No, that ain't it, man. I'm not rocking with it. I mean, I don't like this
It's
at all.
really
This is just gonna be Swerve getting a group because they have nothing else for him. So we'll put him with a group, and the two guys that he's in a group with can't fucking wrestle either. So it is what it is. I mean, Parker needs to be sent to the Nightmare Factory or wherever AEW does training out of, and wherever they're, training these people out of, because I don't know where exactly it is. I don't know if it's still the Nightmare Factory, because I'm sure QT still works there or whatever. I don't know where they're getting these people from, but Parker needs to be sent there, and I think I think he's got a lot of potential. But this other guy, man,
I think he does.
I don't know, man.
He looks bad. I can't lie. He looks like he's gonna suck.
Yeah, and it's just going to be another meaningless group for All Elite Wrestling, and that's what it is.
Exactly. Literally hit road 2.0.
Oh, exactly. Literally, bro. What an awfully awkward segment, bro. And Jesus, we asked them to do a proper turn segment, and when they do, this is the shit we get.
Good Lord.
Unbelievable.
Good fucking God.
So, the Three Kings Christmas Casino Trios Royale. Try saying that 5 times fast. These are these teams I'm talking about, bro. So we have Kip Sabian with the Butcher and the Blade. And then we got your regular ones. You got Dark Order, you got BCC, you got Best Friends. You got your actual trios, right? And then you have some luchador with Roosh and Preston Vance. You have AR Fox with Top Flight, who is, I guess, kind of a newer trio. Cool, right? You're going to love these ones. All right, so we got Kip Sabian with the Butcher and the Blade. We have Serpentico, Luther, and Angelico.
What? Fucking Luger.
Yeah, fucking Luger, man. I have no idea.
Fired his fucking part like a year ago.
I have no fucking idea. All right, you're really going to like the last one. Some of your favorites in AEW here. You have Tony Nese, Josh Woods.
The 3 worst people in the fucking company together in one fucking shit ass dude. Fire
Man.
all three of them, bro. I swear to God, those three fucking below fucking Tony Nese, garbage ass Tony
Dude.
fucking Nese, dude. I don't know why I didn't even pay attention. I didn't even notice his ass in that match. I had like a
Oh,
mental
man.
blockage of his ass.
That's funny as hell.
I have a filter in my head that filters his ass out at this point. The fuck, Tony fucking Nese.
Yeah, man. Ugh, what a trio, man. What a couple trios Tony Khan thought of at the last second. Oh, man. Let's go ahead and put Arya
Good lord.
Davari with the varsity athletes. We'll go ahead and put
Varsity
Angelico with Chaos Project. Man.
Fucking Luger.
Awesome.
Fire all six of these motherfuckers. That's sort of God.
Yeah, man. And in the main
Probably
event,
make it 9.
man, the POG champion, Jamie Hayter, defends
Go.
not that title, but the AEW Women's title up against Hikaru Shida, and this was actually another really good match from Jamie Hayter. Another very solid match from Jamie Hayter, man. I have no complaints whatsoever, man. No complaints whatsoever on her match quality so far as champ, and we're getting closer, man, to that date, January 11th, with Saraya and Saraya and a mystery partner against Britt and Jamie Hayter, man. So it's going to be really good. Saraya actually came out at the end of this show. They tried doing a beat down on Hikaru Shida. That didn't work. Toni Storm came out, and right as they were about to hit Toni Storm with the championship, Saraya came out and cleared the ring, and that was the end of Dynamite, man. And it was a really solid show. Other than that Keith Lee segment, man, it really was.
Definitely, man. Definitely, it was really good. And one segment blew dick, but the rest of the fucking show was really good, man. And
Horrible.
one thing I would say about that Soraya stuff, if it's not Sasha and it is Toni Storm, you have to announce that shit like yesterday, or else whoever walks out of that stage is getting their life booed. So, because it kind of felt that way to me watching that end of the show. So, if it is her, just say it. Don't fucking make that shit a surprise and it's Toni Storm. You are going to get her ass booed out of that building.
Oh, no doubt about it. No question. Yeah, there is absolutely no way they can walk into Los Angeles and think that whoever is walking through that curtain, not named Sasha Banks, is going to get something of a pop, because they will not.
Exactly.
They will get Rey Mysterio'd in 2014. That is what they will get. All right, man. And then the only thing on Friday Night SmackDown was Bray Wyatt snapped and beat up a cameraman. So that was cool. And then on Monday Night Raw, Cody Rhodes came back, and this has given me a little bit of hope. Cody Rhodes came back. He was on, well, he didn't come back, but he was on video. He was on video just like some of the other talents, and he said that when he comes back, he kind of brought up Seth Rollins, and he said, I think Seth wants a fourth match, but that's not really on my radar right now. He said, I know I've been gone, but I'm coming back for one thing, and I don't have to say what it is because everybody knows, but this is the year, and I really want it to happen, and I'm really hoping it's going to happen. And he...
The U.S. title.
Bro.
Dude, that would be the best.
Absolutely. Bell says WWE had to announce Becky Lynch, of all people, was the last entered in War Games. If they had to do that, AEW has to announce the tag partner if it isn't Sasha. If it's not her. Yeah, definitely, 100%. If you go into there unannounced and you bring out anybody other than Sasha Banks, they're getting booed. That's just what it is,
Oh
man.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, Cody Rhodes, man, he's talking about it, and Corey Graves told him, you know, he hopes it happens, and they're talking about it, bro. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and do this.
Let's do it.
Cap that shit off in the Royal Rumble, man. Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins finish the feud there, and that'll be it,
Let's
man.
see where exactly. Let Cody go to the big leagues, bro. He went here for a reason, apparently. Let's fucking get it done.
All right, man. So with that, man, let's talk some year-end awards, man. So the reason we're doing this is because last year, everybody knows, we had a 3-hour show. And to prevent that from happening, and this could possibly be a yearly thing, we're just going to come on here and preview it to you guys. We're going to talk about each nominee and talk about why we think that they are deserving of a spot on this list, man. I know we ran into a controversial one, and I knew a lot of people would see a lot of things missing from that list, that being match of the year, but we will definitely talk about that. But yeah, man, it's going to be good, bro. It's going to be good. And yeah, we came up with a lot of good nominees and a lot of interesting categories, man. Nobody is doing an award show like us, man. Real categories, real things that actually exist, like a worst booking decision, like a failed run. Man,
Yeah.
we give out the awards to recap the whole year, man. So, and the negative ones, hey, sometimes you don't like to get them, sometimes you got to get them. You got to be recognized for your legendarily bad work. So yeah, man. Bell says, I don't know how they could continue that if Seth is babyface. That's my thing. Is like, dude, stop trying to tell us that Seth Rollins is a heel, bro. Like, everybody loves the guy. Like, just go with it, dude. That's why I've been saying for a really long time, man. Cody on one night, Seth on the other, because Seth is babyface, bro. Like, stop trying to shove it in my face that Seth is a heel. Just stop.
Exactly.
So, let's start you guys off. I posted all these on social media, so I know a majority of you guys already seen them. And hey, if you see something that's missing, or if you need to ask us a question about any one of these categories, feel free, man. Feel free. So, let's start you guys off with the first one, man. Shocking controversy of the year. Controversy of the year, man. We have Tony Khan buys Ring of Honor. This was obviously just a shocking moment in general. Not all these are bad, by the way, so it's not just, you know, this was a good one, actually. At the time, I remember a lot of people were excited, man. But, yeah, man, how'd you feel about this, man? How'd you feel when this happened?
I was shocked. I was relieved that WWE didn't buy them, because even with what TK's doing with their ass right now, it's still better than just being a fucking little tab on Peacock under what they would be under WWE. So I think it's going to work out overall.
No question about that one, man. Next, we have the All Out Media Scrum. Dude, do I even have to say anything? I mean, just look at the image. Bro. Look at Tony Khan's fucking face, man. This
fucking out newsed, out fucking focused the whole pay-per-view that happened before.
Yes. And this absolutely sent our news schedule into a fucking whirlwind. And not just us, everybody. God. Every content creator was feeling it, man.
Been talking about the motherfucker since.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. For this instance. So this was this let's just be honest, man. This was fucking awesome. This All Out Media Scrum was dude, this motherfucker, dude. Man, what can dude, Punk's eating a fucking muffin the whole time, shitting on everybody. I mean, it was horrible, but I mean, in terms of entertainment, oh my lord, this gave us literally content till probably the end of the year and probably going into next year, man. So,
exactly.
Next, we have Vince McMahon's retirement. This was a huge one, man. I remember the day this happened. I was driving home from vacation, and, you know, who else has texted me than Sir K? And he says, "Hey, man, did you hear the news about Vince?" And I said, "What news?" Or I think I said something like, "Oh, yeah, the allegations." And you were like, "No, he retired." And I remember, I do not promote this under any circumstances, but I was texting my ass off while I was driving. And I was just remember being floored. And then I had to come home and remake the thumbnail. And we had to go on an hour late, man. So it was a fucking mess. But boy, was this shocking.
Fucking nuts.
100%,
Oh,
100%,
bro,
man.
I swear
What
to
about you,
God.
man?
But
Walk us through that.
man,
Walk us through.
man, this shit was nuts.
No question, man.
I
We're
don't know what the fuck I was doing. I think I was just chilling here, just sitting in my room, just.
Oh no, you're good.
Mhm.
No, you're
Oh, I
good. I
thought you
think
were
we
gonna
were
say something.
experiencing
Okay,
a
okay.
little buffer. Sorry, keep
Yeah,
going.
but I was just. I think we were. I was just in my room, preparing to do the show. You know, just doing my thing, and I'm just chilling on Twitter. And what do I see, bro? Vince McMahon announces retirement. I click that damn notification so fucking fast. I look, bro announces retirement. And I start seeing tweets from wrestlers and news places and shit. And I just couldn't believe it, bro. He still ain't hit to this day, bro. It might not hit. It might be reversed, but we'll see
Yeah,
how it goes, man. But shit's crazy.
yeah, man. Next one is Cody Rhodes leaves AEW. Man, I remember the day this happened
Good
being
lord.
very saddened by this news. There's still aspects about it that are sad, but
Yeah.
Cody, just like his theme song
He's
says, man,
good.
we'll follow him until the end. So we didn't really get a loss of Cody Rhodes. It was more of just Cody Rhodes
No.
moving on, which was incredibly shocking and
Weird.
something that everybody thought was a work, man. So yeah, all right,
I thought it was for a while.
no question. No question. No question about that one, man. Next, Triple H gets head of creative. This was a cool one, man. This was a cool one. I remember this first night when he posted this picture, and so shocking, man. I never thought Triple H would ever get any type of control on the main roster, and the day it actually happened was a very good day. And not everything's been perfect since then, but it's been on an upward trend, undoubtedly.
Yeah, exactly. There's hope in it. There's not a pointless view of watching it anymore, which is
100%.
nice to see, man. It was great news, and I think of sigh of relief from everybody, all the fucking fans that other people didn't get that spot.
Absolutely. Next, Andrade trying to get himself fired.
It's
Man, obviously we all know the 3-year Dynamite anniversary back in, I believe, early October. Andrade was, he was told by AEW management no fighting with Sammy Guevara after their Twitter beef. And what did he do? He showed up to work to fight Sammy Guevara, trying to get himself fired so he could go right back to the man we just talked about, Triple H, man. So this was definitely a shocking one, more upsetting. This one's weird though, because I understand his frustration, but there's better ways to go about it. 100%.
yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly. Like, could have just asked. Could have went public about it. A lot of fans would probably go to his side if he went public about it. But bro just decided, you know what? I'm gonna just go toss some hands, bro. I'm gonna get myself fired. It's more funny than bad. Well, it was bad, but it was also pretty funny. But just fucked in all types of ways.
The next one, man, is the Sasha and Naomi walkout. This one was very interesting considering the fact that Sasha Banks and Naomi were literally blasted live on WWE television over walking out. Poor Michael Cole had to fucking sit up there and be fed these lines that they let us all down, as typical WWE trying to control the narrative, as they can sometimes do best. This one was definitely a shocking one, man, and we are still awaiting the return of both of these women. So definitely shocking nonetheless.
Exactly.
But yeah, man, wish them the best as always, man.
Truly, man, it was crazy in the moment. Still crazy now. They haven't We haven't seen a peep of these two since. So curious to see how it goes, man. But shit was nuts, man. When they said that shit, when they made Michael Cole say that shit, that was the nail in the coffin, bro. That shit was just foul.
No question about it, man. And next, Vince McMahon. This one's more recent. Vince McMahon attempting to come back to what the fuck, man? And Vince McMahon attempting to come back to the WWE, rather.
God.
Man, this one again is fairly new, and my God, is this one is heartbreaking. I remember when this news popped up, I sent you a text, and it just said, "What the fuck?" And you already knew what I was talking about. This was heartbreaking across the wrestling world, man. It really was. And yeah, man, Vince McMahon, it seems like it's died down a little bit, and I hope it doesn't happen. But we'll see where it goes, man. We'll see where it goes. But Vince attempting to come back is definitely shocking, considering this is the same year he retired.
Good Lord. He made it twice, bro. So good Lord, man. But man, that shit would have been fucked, bro. If he does, then you already know what's happening with me, bro. Fuck that shit. But shit was crazy, man. God, I hope not.
Absolutely, man. And then we have WWE controversially firing Mandy Rose over some premium content that she had been posting onto her premium content accounts. And yeah, man, this one was shocking. This one was so shocking, man. I never would have guessed, being the run that she's been on and being all the work she's put into revamping her character, she would just get fired at the snap of a finger, man. And it is incredibly shocking, man. It is incredibly shocking. But I remember my jaw just dropping when I heard this news, man. I would have never thought in a million years.
No, man, I wasn't even thrown off by her losing the title. I was like, oh, well, guess they just were ready. Nope, they just want her out, bro. That's fucked, man. But good for her that she's making fucking boatloads of money. She's making what, like, I think it was what, 500K just this month?
Yeah.
Or like the month of November? Bruh, god damn. Hey, bruh, if I was her, I'd have got fired too. 500K a month, get the hell out of here. 500K a month or being NXT 2.0, bro. She made the right damn choice. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, man. And then the last and final nominee for shocking controversy of the year is MJF versus AEW. Everybody remembers how real this felt, whether it was a work or not. MJF no showing Double or Nothing meet and greets, him pretty much taking all the spotlight away from Wardlow, and then what led to that promo, which you'll see that again during these nominees, was just insane. It was absolutely insane, man. It really was. And yeah, man, these are all 10 of your nominees for the shocking controversy of the year. And I see your comment, Bell. You get rant of the year, by the way, from that episode a couple weeks ago. Hey. I appreciate that, man. I'm happy you guys were as happy with that rant as I was.
That's pretty good.
So thank you very much.
Sitting here chilling.
So with that, yes, that is very much appreciated, man. That is nice to hear. So next up, man, we have the nominees for failed run of the year. Man, was this a year for some interesting failed runs? Bianca Belair, I know what you're thinking. How is Bianca Belair on your failed run, but she's also on your woman of the year? Bianca Belair had a good year in terms of match quality. I think she had some of the best matches she's ever had, but as far as her character work, can you get any more stale than Bianca Belair? So that is why she lands herself as a nominee for this category. The next nominee, speaking of Bianca Belair, is Damage Control, who were buried not too long after their debut by Bianca Belair. So yeah, man, this group absolutely just fell flat. Absolutely,
Oh
just
God,
flat on their face.
it was so cool seeing them at the start, and all they did was lose. Dude, they're tag team champions, and I have no clue that they're women's
Oh
tag team
yeah, they are.
champions.
Wow, look at that. I
Exactly,
didn't even fucking
they're
know.
fucking losers, bruh. They're called Jobber Control. They're called Loser Control. They're
Damaged
called all the
goods.
fucking damaged goods. Eh, they have those fucking names for a reason, man, which sucks because those three are fucking amazing.
100%, man. 100%. And next we have Edge's Judgment Day. I was so excited
Oh
for
my
Edge
God.
to be with Damian Priest and to form a group. And I thought it was going to be so cool. Edge coming out to the other side is such a fucking visual. It is a visual like
That was
no other.
perfect.
It is a
I
visual
liked it
like
better
no other.
than Lingus.
I really do, to be 100% honest, man. But Edge finally getting this group. He got Damian Priest. He got Rhea Ripley. And it just fell fucking flat.
They
Horrible.
were
Absolutely
so
horrible.
bad. Just a bunch of weirdos.
Yes,
Like,
that is
oh
essentially what the
God.
group was, man.
Ugh.
Next, we have La Facción Ingobernables. When Roosh came to AEW, I thought things were finally going to pick up for Andrade and Roosh, and they did everything but
Nope.
that. They proceeded to just be off television for the whole entire year,
Yeah.
man, and that was it. That was literally it, man, and it was
It's
just,
fine. Now they got fucking Preston Vance in the goddamn group.
yeah, good God. Next up, man, we have Sammy Guevara. Sammy Guevara, I know most of you won't remember this, but in the beginning of the year, everybody expected such big things for Sammy Guevara, and then he got into that feud with Scorpio Sky. They had
And
Paige
it
Van
just
Zant, so
flopped.
Sammy Guevara needed some backup too, and who better than his real-life girlfriend, Ty Conti, and from there, it just went down. It just went down, man. Ty Conti was put with Sammy Guevara, and down it went for this man's career, and he hasn't been the same since. So that lands Sammy
No, man.
Guevara a nominee in the failed run of the year.
Exactly. God.
Next, we have Alexa Piss. We're talking about Bianca Belair being stale. I don't think you can possibly... I don't think it is humanly possible to be more stale than Alexa Bliss. I
Bro,
mean,
she's just been the same character. And if you don't include the Wyatt stuff that she's been in and out of, dude, it's the same character since she debuted. I swear to God, it's like Bianca, same character the whole time. For Bianca, it was basically just the main roster, which is very stale. But for Bliss, it's been what, like 6 years of the
mhm.
same character, with like 1 year in total time of the Wyatt character, and half of that sucked. The first half was fucking amazing, then it just fucking blew, and now she's just basic again. Can't catch a fucking break with this lady.
No question about it. No question about it, man. Next was none other than Johnny Wrestling. I never in a million years thought I would see Johnny Gargano on a failed run list. But, bro, talk about mishandling somebody. Johnny Gargano's name better be the first name, one of the first names. The guy next gives him a run for his money. But Johnny Gargano is one of the first names you better mention if you're talking about people who have been mishandled in 2022, man.
Oh yeah.
What a mess this Gargano return has been.
Bro's the ultimate joke, bruh. God damn.
And next, somebody who has absolutely shattered my heart into a million pieces after this year, Wardlow. Bro,
Damn.
if this wasn't supposed to be the year of Wardlow, I don't fucking know what was. I mean, oh my lord, was this run failed. And he had damn
Mhm.
near a whole entire year to do it. And he couldn't
Oh, I swear.
manage to make himself he couldn't manage to make himself interesting or have an This guy was christened the savior of the TNT title, and he was everything but that.
He just
Horrible.
was.
Broke my heart.
I swear, man. He was supposed to be the fucking savior of that thing. It was the exact same the whole time. And good lord, it still hasn't been fucking redeemed. So
Ugh.
we'll see how that fucking goes, man. But Wardlow. Like you said, it was supposed to be easier, man. And it was like his first like month and a half, and then it just dropped.
Yeah, man. Next, we have Jade Cargill. This was supposed to be a decent year for Jade Cargill. She got the TBS title on January 5th. And up until this point, every time we would see Jade wrestle, she would significantly improve. And Revolution was her peak. She had a decent match. That was probably the only decent match I've seen from Jade up until this point against Ty Conti at Revolution. And that was her peak. She has not gotten any better since then, in my honest opinion. And what a waste of a year for Jade Cargill, but more importantly, what a waste of the year for the TBS title. What a waste on spending money to make that championship, bro. What is that?
Literally, bro. Just a title for one person to hold, bro. It blows. There's no point in the title. She has not been good this year, bro. She has a good look, but that's all she has. She sucks in the ring. She's fucking the same on the mic all year. She says the same fucking thing every time she's on the mic, and it's just fucking boring. So she sucks, bro. This shit was a failure.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it, man. And the last one,
Good.
Drowsy Ronda Rousey. Man, she came back in January, and I do not have one good memory of her the whole entire
Dude,
year.
not at all.
Not
Dude,
one.
it is garbage, bro. She has to be one of the worst things I've ever seen ever. She
Horrendous.
she just sucks in every aspect. She looks weird every time. She can't fucking wrestle. She talks like a fucking weirdo. Like a like, like bro, they ought to put her in the judgment day with how weird she talks, bro. She's just a weirdo. She just blows. How do you go from all right when you debuted to fucking like Logan said, unfucking bearable? Yeah, he said that about
Yes.
Jay, but you apply that to Ronda Rousey too. Both
No
of them.
question. No question about it, man. So those are your nominees for failed run of the year. Now, let's go into one of our topics that has honorable mentions to it. So, the worst booking decision of the year. These are your honorable mentions. These were ones that made it just outside the list, but didn't quite make it in, man. One, we have JBL's return. Who signed off on this, and why would you ever
Dude,
contemplate signing off on this? And the last one, you have Jade runs through the AEW roster. Speaking of Jade, we just talked about Jade Cargill. This whole year, again, was supposed to be a year of improvement and a year of good things for Jade. Nothing but improvement for Jade. And it has literally just been her beating wrestlers that are 1,000 times better than her in 3-minute matches.
literally, the thing they don't get about this year's run for Jade, she's not supposed to do this early when she's not that good. If she was a beast in like 2 3 years and she did this run, it'd be good.
Oh,
She
yeah.
and you put on actual matches and you keep winning your actual matches, you'd be a fucking badass. But she sucks. It's 3 minutes of fucking cover up, and then she wins, bro. It's like I'm watching fucking Braun Strowman in 2017.
Absolutely, bro. So those are your honorable mentions for worst booking decision of the year. And as for your actual nominees, here they are right on your screen, man. The first one, we have the JAS additions. Now, don't get me wrong, the JAS has been a solid group. They have been a solid group even with the additions, but you have to be lying if you were to say that these additions made the group any better. In fact, they made it a little worse. But through all of that, the group has still been solid, and
which is crazy.
Just shows the talent from the OG members, because they are all very great. They are all very fucking great. The second one, man,
guy.
Roman 2 belts. Roman Reigns capturing both world championships from WrestleMania 38. Dude, why? I mean, this literally to this day fucked everything up. Everything.
Mm-hmm. Whole shit out of whack. No goal for anything except getting those two off of him.
Yes. Absolutely, man. The Acclaimed lose from All Out. Man, was this just so heartbreaking. We were in the crowd for this, and every single person in that arena wanted to see the Acclaim take the tag team championships from Swerve and Our Glory that night, and they did not achieve said glory, man. They lost, and it was one of the worst. It was one of the worst. It was one of the worst experiences. One of the most heartbreaking experiences from being in a live crowd. I remember genuinely being very, very upset after this match. I just had to sit down and sit there and fucking get myself together, man, because it was so incredibly sad.
It really was, bro. It was such a good match just to lead to a loss, man. It sucked, man. It turned out good in the end when, they won the titles, but that moment would have just been unbelievable. It would have been in a different category if they won, man. So, you hate to see it.
No question, man. And the next one, we have Walter, to who we know now today as Gunther. Bro. I don't care what anybody says. I'm still on this shit. This is such a bad name change, bro. This is one of the most infuriating name changes ever. I still don't like Gunther. Everybody told me to calm down, and it's getting better because he was actually being booked good. But, man, according to those plans that Vince McMahon had for him, we were right all along. Things that come with name changes are you getting fucked, pretty much. So that is that, man. And Walter to Gunther was one of the most frustrating things, being a huge Walter fan that you could possibly imagine. So much so, I posted a rant about the name change, and Mr. Walter himself liked the video. So that just goes to show, man. But yeah, no question. Next, man, we have the Miz and Tommaso Ciampa pairing. I mean, just look at the picture, bro. Did anybody ever think they were going to see Tommaso Ciampa in pink and lime green? Come on, bro.
Next to the fucking Miz, fucking like the Mid, garbage ass fucking Miz. Dude fucking blows. You fucking brought Ciampa down with him, and you hate to see pairings like that.
I mean, how frustrating is it seeing Tommaso Ciampa next to the Miz?
Please. Exactly, bro. One of the worst things ever.
How in a million, that is one of the worst visuals you can possibly ever see as a wrestling fan. Orange Cassidy being the first man to pin Adam Cole from Beach Break. Now look, I know this was an unsanctioned match and it technically doesn't count, but just imagine, bro, the first match that you see Adam Cole get pinned in is against Orange Cassidy. Super,
That was
super
prime
infuriating.
horrible Orange Cassidy too. That was when he was really, really bad. He's gotten a little better now, but man, was that shit fucked at the moment.
Horrible. Atrocious.
Horrible.
Austin Theory winning Money in the Bank. Bro. What? Why? Why did this have to happen, bro? This was the most Vince McMahon thing ever. He sent this guy out there, christened him as the next chosen one, and man, oh man, this was not gonna be good, bro. Had Vince McMahon stayed in, even with Vince McMahon out of the company, this is something that could have been so easily avoidable for Austin Theory, and something that he could have done without. Horrible, horrible booking decision.
Exactly, bro. Did more damage to the guy than it did good, man. And that's literally the opposite point of the fucking thing. So you hate to see decisions like that go down.
Yeah, speaking of damage, Bianca Belair buries Damage Control at Extreme Rules. This was the ladder match against Bayley, where Bianca Belair just mopped the fucking floor with all three members of the group and won the ladder match. Damage Control Damage Control was dead before this, but this was the icing on top of the cake, man. Bianca Belair, literally,
This
you
is
can
what
see her
just
there just giving a double KOD to the other two members of the group. How is that group supposed to be looked at as a
literally
threat?
everybody before that moment was saying how bad they've been booked, and then that was just like, yep, they're buried. She literally beat all three of them by herself. Yeah, that was a nail in the fucking coffin for that group.
That was the icing on top of the cake that WWE knew what they were doing with the group. They just didn't care. So, the next.
Exactly, Logan. There's so much good and fun storylines that could come from Raw having their world title, literally.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Then next, Ring of Honor takes over AEW television, man. How about that logo made by yours truly? All Honor Wrestling. That is where we are currently at. Well, it's gotten a lot better, but oh
It
my
has
God, was AEW
that just
television
fuck
just a Ring of Honor show throughout the whole entire summer and end of the year.
literally. Like, bro, it was just foul. It was just the amount of time it took every show and who we took it from. I'm glad we're starting to see it go. Thank God. Good riddance.
Seriously. And the next one, the Dexter Loomis and Miz storyline, bro. Well, you could even throw Johnny Gargano's name into that too. This is one of the main reasons why Johnny
Yeah.
Gargano is under a failed run of the year.
I mean, you're not completely wrong. That's probably the main reason why a lot of people say Kenny's the best, like, ever in the modern era because he's a win everywhere. While certain people like Roman
fair.
haven't, so I respect that.
That's fair.
Fair, Mr. Anoa'i.
Yeah, man. So these are your nominees for the worst booking decision of the year, man. And next, we have the nominees for the breakout star of the year.
Man,
First nominee, we have Solo Sikoa. He had a huge breakout year in NXT. A lot of people took notice to him. And then coming up and being in the bloodline, this guy has an air to him that he is like he's been there the whole entire time. And he just started,
I
but he
swear.
feels like he's been on the main rosters for years, man. He fits like a glove, and he's been great. He has been a great enforcer to the bloodline, man.
I really like him, man. That is very true. He does feel like he's been here the whole time, man. He fits perfectly, and he's fucking good, man. And you love to see just good people just come up and just do well on
Oh,
the main
yeah.
roster off the gate. You love it.
No question. No question, man. So, with that, the next nominees for Breakout Star of the Year is none other than Platinum Max and Anthony
Hey,
Bowens, the Acclaimed, with Daddy Ass. Dude, what can I say, man? They have just been incredible. They have just been absolutely incredible, man. Um so good, so good. Such a breakout year for them, and uh them, gaining some traction with the Scissor Me stuff, and then putting on just putting on that match they did at All Out, and honestly,
just
all of their
solidified
matches
it.
with Swerve and Our Glory were
Mhm.
fantastic. And then them finally becoming the AEW World Tag Team Champions, man. I mean, it is a homegrown success story like no other.
Exactly, bro. They got over with something really cool and really funny. They proved themselves being great in-ring performers at All Out, and they won the titles within the year with a genuine moment, man. It's rare to see moments like that, man.
Absolutely, man. And the next nominee, we have Daniel Garcia, Red Death, Danny
Hey,
Garcia. Dude, this was such a good year for him, bro. From everywhere, from being possibly being a part of the Blackpool Combat Club to um him going the other route and doing the Jericho Appreciation Society, absolutely thriving in that role, winning the ROH Pure title this year, um, being involved in a storyline with Bryan Danielson and Chris Jericho that was one of the most intriguing storylines of the year. Daniel Garcia definitely has earned this spot huge, man.
definitely, man. Definitely, he's had a big rise, man. Yeah, the guy's awesome, and no matter what group he's been in, he's been great in it, man. So you love to see it, man.
Absolutely. And next, we have the current AEW Women's World Champion, Jamie Hayter. Jamie Hayter has had a fantastic later half of the year that
Hmm.
amounted so high it seen her capturing the AEW Women's World Championship, which is something that I did not see coming this year at all. But she did
I
it,
would have
man, and
never guessed.
she has had a great match. She has had great matches since becoming the champion, and even building up to that, man, she's been putting on some bangers. So she definitely is a huge breakout star that I did not see coming at the very last minute in the wrestling world, man. So you love to see it, bro.
Exactly, bro. Jamie Hader had a great fucking rise this year, man. So great she became world champ, man. Crazy to see. It's so rare to happen, but that's the shit that makes the women's division interesting. And now with her as champ, I'm interested because not only is she great in the ring, she can have great matches with what also so far it seems to be anybody, man. And we need that type of champion in AEW, man. So you love to see, well, for the women at least, for the women. But you love to see it, man, and you love to see just stars like that be made.
Absolutely, man. And this year, again, we have Tony D'Angelo for Breakout Star of the Year. Like I said, the reason Tony D'Angelo is on the list again is because last year we completely butchered the definition of a breakout.
We
Um,
did.
we There is a difference. Like I told you guys a while ago, there is a difference, and we definitely understand that now between breakout and introduction. You know,
Exactly.
a lot of people get introduced, and we find out that they're pretty good, and we put them under breakout star of the year, and that's not a breakout star of the year. A breakout star is people who a breakout star to me is somebody who's been put in big situations and have thrived in them, and they have nothing but good things to come for them if handled correctly.
Exactly, man.
So Tony D'Angelo went from being Tony D'Angelo to Don this year.
Exactly,
What
bro.
a fucking year for Tony D'Angelo, bro. I mean, he beat Tommaso Ciampa. He christened himself the Don of NXT. And, dude, he has just been fantastic all year, man. Tony D'Angelo has uh, if you ask me, the most upside from NXT 2.0. He is my favorite. He has been my favorite, especially with Santos gone. He is definitely my favorite on NXT 2.0. And Tony's completely amazing work.
Exactly, man. Really came into his own with that work. Really made it not fucking cheesy as fuck from last year and shit.
Yeah,
And he really made it into his own, man, which you love to see.
absolutely, man. And next we have 2.0, or I don't even know if they're 2.0 anymore. I don't know if they're just Cool Hand Ange and Daddy Magic. I don't know, but we're going to call him 2.0 because that's what we know him as, man. But 2.0, bro, just so amazing. I mean, everybody remembers those post-match promos from Matt Lee or Matt Menard, Daddy Magic. Absolutely fantastic. These are another group of guys. Ever since they got put in the JAS, they have been put time and time again in big situations, and they have stepped up to the plate and hit a fucking home run every single time, man. So these guys undoubtedly earned themselves a spot as a breakout star.
Definitely, man. Definitely. These guys have been great, man. Last year, I did not like them at all. And they've come into one of my low-key favorite tag teams in AEW, man. They're great. And I hope they have a really good 2023 because I can't lie, the last couple months, 2022, we haven't really seen them as much as we should.
No.
So I hope we see them a lot more in 2023, man. I really hope we do.
All right, man. And the next nominee is none other than Santos Escobar, bro. He really came into his own this year once he introduced the El Jefe character in his feud against fellow breakout star of the year, Tony D'Angelo. Their feud for me absolutely turned my liking to them up by 1,000%. I mean, that was how you do it, bro. That was how you do it, and it made for some excellent work. And Santos Escobar really put himself on the map this year. I think that feud honestly transcended both of those guys. To be honest, that feud to me was
Brought them both up like
yes,
crazy.
absolutely. So Santos Escobar is another nominee for the breakout star of the year, man.
Definitely, man. It's been great. Love to see guys like him come up, man. And I'm glad they did well with him, man. I really am.
Especially because he is a guy who had Triple H not taken over, probably would still be in NXT, and that would
Oh yeah,
probably be the end of it. So,
literally.
with that, the next nominee for Breakout Star of the Year is Wheeler Yuta. Wheeler Yuta went from being in a pool of nothingness with the best friends in Orange Cassidy to the young guy in the Blackpool Combat Club, the protege to John Moxley, to Claudio, to Brian, to Mr. Regal. Wheeler Yuta has had a tremendous year. I think he did the G1 this year, if I'm not being honest. I think that's why he missed Double or Nothing. He was a part of the G1. He unfortunately had to miss Anarchy in the Arena. He was a part of Blood and Guts. Wheeler Yuta had that tremendous match against John Moxley from Rampage. Wheeler Yuta has really put himself on the map as one of the future stars of professional wrestling, and he very much so is. He is fantastic, and he proved that in every which way this year.
Truly, man. He was just a guy. I didn't think I ever paid attention to him while he was in fucking Best Friends, man. But this is where he belongs, man. This is what he should be doing. And he's fucking awesome in that role, man. He really is, bro.
Yeah, man, and the next breakout star of the year nominee is none other than Pretty Ricky Starks, man. He literally went from me not really liking him that much this year
Yeah.
to having just some of the coolest promo delivery with Will Hobbs, putting on some bangers of matches with Will Hobbs, and then going on to do some really good single stuff on his own, man. As far as promos go, he knocks it out of the park almost every single time you see him with a microphone. He has been begging this company for TV time for the longest time, and he is absolutely, undoubtedly deserved for a breakout star of the year. What a fucking year for Ricky Starks, man.
Definitely, man. Definitely, man's been on fire. The promos have been great. The matches have been great, and it's just crazy to think that I used to not be able to stand the guy. Now he's one of my favorite parts about the damn show.
Absolutely, man. And for the final one, Mr. Logan Paul.
This dude.
Did anybody expect Logan Paul to give Roman Reigns one of his best matches out of the year? Because I know I fucking didn't. But look, man,
Dude's gonna blow. And he
every single time we've seen Logan Paul, he gives us a damn good match. Logan Paul brought The Miz to a good pay-per-view match, bro. That alone
Who never thought?
makes you deserve it for a breakout star of the year. And then he did the same thing with Roman Reigns. Every time they've put him on a big situation, he stepped up, man, and he's knocked it out of the park. He has been great, and that is something that came out of complete left field for me. Complete.
Exactly, bro. I did not expect it at all, man. But he's great, and it's crazy to think, man. I would have never guessed, man. I'm relieved that he's actually fucking good.
Yes, absolutely, man. Absolutely. And with that, here are some honorable mentions for Moment of the Year. We have MJF's villain origin from Dynamite on February 23rd of this year. Everybody remembers this promo, man. Everybody loved this promo. And this was one of Max's best promos. It was fantastic. And I love how all of his feuds, you'll notice a common theme with him, all of his feuds have some sort of origin story to them. So it's real cool to see.
Which I love. Definitely, man. Definitely. I love the origin story thing, and it's awesome to see.
Absolutely, man. And Cody Rhodes unveils his torn pec from Hell in a Cell this year. Oh boy, was that a really eerie moment. That was something, bro. That was something. One of the most gutsiest, grittiest performances you will ever see from a guy, and it was Cody Rhodes, man, and it made for a damn good match. It really did.
It really fucking did, man. Cody, he's the type to give it his all, man. No matter how fucking weird he might be about it, he does give it his all, man.
100%, man. And next we have Uncle Howdy saves Bray Wyatt from SmackDown on December 16th. This was just from 2 weeks ago, man. And this was, what a moment this was, man. Uncle Howdy walking through the smoke, just seeing his silhouette. Man, that was sick, bro. That was sick. Super cool. Love this moment.
Definitely, man. It's really awesome, bro. I really like to see it.
Next is Regal's farewell to the Blackpool Combat Club from Dynamite on December 8th. This was the secret video he filmed if something bad happened to him. And oh my lord, was this sad. This was
Shit was sad, man.
Yes. This is the kind of promo that'll make you want to shed a couple tears, man. This was so incredibly sad. This farewell address from William Regal. Very sad.
Very, very sad, man. I hated to see him go, but I'm glad they actually closed the book and wrapped everything they could up.
100%. 100%, man. MJF and William Regal's promo from 10/18, man, from October 18th. This was the one where MJF told William Regal that when he rejected him, he wanted to kill himself, and William Regal was laughing at him. This was such a good promo, dude. This was such a good promo, and it led to a pretty cool turn segment from MJF where he read off the email that Regal had left him, the same email that he read off in this promo, man. So,
Yeah,
this was such a good promo, man. It was such a cool moment, and another great promo moment for MJF out of the year, man.
it really was, man. It was just promo moment after moment, and you love to see it, man.
Yeah, man. And then the last honorable mention, we have the honorary Oos. Sami Zayn gets christened the honorary Oos from the Tribal Chief himself from SmackDown on October 23rd. This is another great feel-good moment for the Bloodline, man.
It really was, man. I liked it a lot, man.
Absolutely. Now on to the real nominees for Moment of the Year. We have Wardlow's turn from Revolution. Man, that was awesome. That was pretty
That
awesome.
really was. I
MJF
like the
wanted
way
the ring. Wardlow couldn't find it, but as soon as MJF got distracted, wrong
found,
pocket.
loved it.
It was
Loved the
awesome.
smugness on it.
Yeah, it was awesome. Next, we have Uncle Howdy reveals himself from SmackDown on October 28th. The Ghost of the Man Who Killed the World promo. Man, this was fucking epic, bro. The real unveiling of Uncle Howdy. The first time we seen him show himself, show his real face. Awesome. Loved it.
Really was, man. I really liked how it went down.
Yeah, man. Next, we have MJF's Pipe Bomb from Dynamite on June 1st. Oh boy, this could genuinely be a promo of the decade. This was one of the best promos I've ever seen in my entire life. This is definitely top 3 for sure. This one is, my God, this promo set the AEW world on fire, man.
It really did, man. It was the backstage confusion that went along with it, and just the fireness of the promo, bro. Mans was really yelling, "Fucking fire me, you fucking mark," on live TV to his boss. Love it. One of the best, bro.
No question. And the next one is Cody Rhodes comes back to WWE. So this is not Cody's return, but it is the moment in itself of him
That he
coming
came
back to WWE. That in
back.
itself was the moment. And oh man. So obviously Cody is a nominee for return/debut, but this is an entire different, this is a moment in itself. The man
It really
who
was.
said he would never come back was back,
Came
and it
back.
was insane to see.
I couldn't believe it.
Yes, absolutely, man. And next, Jey Uso accepts Sami Zayn into the Bloodline from Survivor Series, man. This was such an awesome moment. Jey Uso, Sammy putting his hand out to shake Jay's hand, and Jay slapped it away and picked him up and started hugging him. What a moment that was. What a cool moment.
It really was, man. I love to see it. Perfect combination of their little beef.
No question, man. And then next, we have Ricky Stark's star-making promo from Dynamite on December the 9th. This was Ricky Starks' moment against the AEW World Champion, the 1 week he had to cut a promo and make everybody remember it. And here's what it was, man. This was some really good stuff, man. This was some really good stuff. And this was Ricky Starks showing everybody that he is the real deal, man, and that he is. So it was awesome. It was an awesome promo.
It really was, bro. I love to see it. And MJ, Ricky Starks really solidified himself, man. And it was against one of the best MJF. So, it was a great moment, man.
Next, we have the Step Up or Get Stepped On promo. The introduction to the Blackpool Combat Club from Dynamite on March the 9th, man. What an awesome promo this was, and such a different look on William Regal in the company, man. Because in WWE, obviously everybody knew Regal as a GM, But here he was transitioning to a badass backstage manager, and badass is the least word to describe it, man. It was amazing, dude. It was an amazing promo.
It really was, man. I loved the promo, loved the idea of the group, and its formation was just really awesome to see, man.
Yes. And his delivery was so
His
important
delivery
here.
was the best. It really was.
Yeah, man. Next, we have CM Punk's first AEW title win from Double or Nothing. Man, this was such an awesome moment, bro. This was such an awesome moment. The man was in tears. It was just so cool to watch. And he looked truly happy, man. He looked like he was finally where he was meant to be. And oh boy, how that
Yeah,
came crashing down later this summer. But up until this point, it was one of the best moments out of the year, without a question.
definitely, man. Definitely one of the best moments, man. It was awesome to see. I feel like fate finally happened, man. And then it happened, man. But in the moment, it was unbelievable to see.
No question, man. And the next one is Wheeler Yuta proves himself to the Blackpool Combat Club. The introduction of Wheeler Yuta in the BCC from Rampage on April 8th. He gets done fighting John Moxley, man, and William Regal finally shakes his hand after slapping him in the face, denying him into the group months or weeks prior to that. He finally extends the hand, shakes William Regal's hand, and he was accepted into the BCC, and it was such a cool moment, man. Such a cool moment.
Definitely, man. You love to see moments like that. To prove Yoda. God damn, I'm fucking tired. Yuta, into it proved Yuta and solidified himself, man, and it was just fucking awesome. Fucking Yoda, motherfucker. God damn. Cannot fucking talk.
It's fucking Yoda, man.
Fucking Rizzer.
So, next, we have the We Are Chicago promo from August 31st from CM Punk, man. Dude, as confusing as that booking got, man, this promo got me right back into this shit. It wasn't even funny, man.
That shit got me hype as fuck, man.
It really
I
did.
couldn't wait for that shit.
Yes, it really did. This was awesome. This was an awesome promo. Got everybody hype as hell for the match at All Out, man. And yeah, man. So those are your nominees for the moment of the year. I see a common theme. I see you guys saying that is a hard one. Dude, that one was one of the hardest ones. It definitely is.
Definitely the hardest one. There was like 15 at one point.
Yes, without question, man. So next we have the letdown honorable mentions. The honorable mentions for letdown of the year is LA Knight's call up. Obviously he would get called up as Max Dupree, so that just goes to show how hard that let me down.
Mm-hmm.
Drew loses at Clash at the Castle. This one was heartbreaking as well. I really was hoping Drew would put us all out of our misery on this night.
I really thought he was gonna, man, and he did not.
Unfortunately, he was not able to. And the last one is the booking for Ruby Soho. This is supposed to be a good year for Ruby Soho. She was put in a TBS title match in the beginning of the year, lost that. She had a chance to win the Owen Hart Cup, lost that. It was just a whirlwind of just nothingness. Yes.
I swear, man. Horrible to see.
Absolutely. And next, man, we have the nominees for letdown of the year. Starting off, we have Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar from the Royal Rumble. I was so hyped to see Bobby Lashley finally face Brock Lesnar, and it was just horrible.
Oh, Brock didn't give a fuck. The build was horrendous. It was horrible, man. It was a disaster.
It was. The All-Atlantic Championship is the next one. Dude, what what was the
What is
point
this
of even
title?
what is the point of this title, dude? Honestly, I mean seriously,
I swear
man.
to God, bro. Just pointless, man. Just taking up time.
So pointless. So pointless, man. And next we have No War Pigs for Wardlow. Wardlow was supposed to come out to War Pigs by Black Sabbath this year. He even posted about it on his social media. And, dude, this one, just again, another one that just broke my heart, man. And then he did end up getting a new theme song, and it was the most generic Goldberg like music you can possibly imagine. Absolutely
Literally.
heartbreaking.
It really was, man. It was horrible to see. And it was really the nail in his coffin on his fall.
Yeah, man. Next, we have the TBS Championship, the championship that was literally just created for Jade Cargill and nothing more.
Pointless. Definition of pointless, man. I hate the title more than I don't like her.
Yeah, man. And next, we have the Undisputed Era in AEW, bro. What?
God.
Well,
Two
a lot of
fucking
this,
injuries.
a lot of this
Mm-hmm.
is caused by injury, but even at that, they brought Adam Cole in. They put him back with the Young Bucks because they didn't know if they were getting Kyle and Bobby. And they got Kyle and Bobby. Then it was just this weird merging of the two factions. And then when they finally
It's
did break up, Bobby Fish didn't get his contract renewed. Adam Cole still wasn't medically cleared. And Kyle O'Reilly had to go get neck fusion surgery. So what a dud.
good. Lord. Now
What a
fucking
dud. They did the
Bobby Fish
turn,
is
and we never seen him again.
literally, bro. They turned. That was the last time we saw him, bro. So, and hopefully we see them together, man. Because I wouldn't want it any other way with that fucking group.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Next is the overrun dud. The AEW Dynamite overrun dud. The dud where they shut out the lights, and it was none other than Satnam Singh. Bruh.
Good Lord.
What was that? Absolutely horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. Why?
Like, why?
Cut out the lights for somebody that nobody knows.
Literally, bro. Literally.
Next, we have women's wrestling. Has women's wrestling just been one of the biggest letdowns of the year, man? I mean, my God, so disappointing.
Exactly, but like, man, everywhere you went, it was just lame, repetitive, just stale shit everywhere. It was from AEW to WWE. At least AEW's is improving, and WWE's isn't horrible at this point, but there's nothing special about it. So it's getting better. But man, was it bad.
Oh, horrendous. Next up, we have CM Punk's AEW departure. This is still ongoing, so
Mm-hmm.
nothing's really concrete yet. But up until this point, man, it's looking like he's done. And it is so heartbreaking to see CM Punk actually being gone from AEW, man, after everything they did and after all the special moments that were made and the little amount of the 14 months he was there, and it just came and
And there
went.
they go. Yep, bro just showed up, fucking made some of the best memories in the business, and you just fucking got pissed off and left.
Such a letdown, bro. Such a fucking letdown. It doesn't, man. It really doesn't.
No, it really doesn't.
And next, the men's Royal Rumble match. This was one of the worst Royal Rumble. This was one of the most Royal Rumble matches, let alone the pay-per-view, I've ever seen in my entire life. This Royal Rumble match was filled with a bunch of nobodies, and it culminated with Brock
Oh, yeah.
Lesnar, of all people, winning the match.
Winning it. Horrible. Horrible match, horrible winner, horrible fucking pay per view.
One of the worst Royal Rumble pay-per-views I've ever seen in my entire life. And the next one, the last
telling
nominee
you.
for Letdown of the Year, is Wardlow's Rise. Man.
Man.
Just such... Wardlow manages to make Letdown of the Year twice. Bro.
You hate to see that.
You really do. I didn't think he'd be on this list this year, man. I didn't think he would come anywhere
I really
close to
didn't.
this list. And here we are.
Nope. Had it fucking twice.
Horrible, dude. Horrible. So heartbreaking. It really is. I thought this was his year, man, but it was everything but that. And Wardlow, the savior of the TNT title, went on to do the exact same thing that majority of other people do with the TNT title. Absolutely
Just
nothing.
hold it. Literally. Just holding it physically. Ugh.
Yeah, man, so that is your nominees for Letdown of the Year, man, and your honorable mentions for Return/Debut of the Year. Jeff Hardy from Dynamite on March the 9th. This was awesome. Didn't really last too long, which is why it's an honorable mention. And the House of Black from Thanksgiving Eve Dynamite in Chicago, man. The November 23rd edition of the Dynamite is a super cool re-debut for the House, and they've been doing really good ever since, man.
Exactly, man. Exactly. Good to see them doing good, and it makes that fucking return all the better.
Absolutely, man. And with that, your nominees for Return/Debut of the Year. Keith Lee from Dynamite on February the 9th. How awesome was that, bro? Finally seeing Keith Lee not in that fucking singlet, getting to wrestle like Keith Lee. Man, how cool was that?
Hell yeah, man. She was really good, man. And this is the type of place for him, man. Place that lets him be himself.
Absolutely, man. And next, we have Saraya from Grand Slam. This was so cool. It was so shocking. And it was such a cool moment for her, being that she's been out of the ring forever, man. So this was a really awesome moment, man.
Definitely, man. Very shocking, and I loved seeing it, man. It was just something I never expected, man.
Yeah, man. And next is none other than Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes from WrestleMania 38, man. What a... Keep the show on the road, man. All right. So, the next one, the Return/Debut of the Year. We were done with Saraya, man. So, for the next one, none other than Cody Rhodes from WrestleMania 38. This was such a good return, dude, and I really felt like you were living in the fucking Twilight Zone seeing him in WWE. And my God, this was something, man. And the return itself, ever since then, it took me a while to warm up to it because I was a little sour on the fact that he was in WWE to begin with. But once you could take a step back and appreciate everything for what it is, then it's a really cool moment. It's a really cool moment. But the return itself, even from the jump, was nothing short of great, man. I called Logan, and I remember, man, we just both had the most shocked look on our face.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Great moment. Great return itself for what he was doing, and you love to see stuff like that.
No question. Next is the Elite from Full Gear. This was one of AEW's only times they genuinely produced something like a return. Incredibly down to a T with the amount of time, with the pacing, and they didn't rush it. And it was something that everybody was allowed to sink their teeth into and breathe and let breathe. It was awesome, man. It was awesome, and it led to a really great match.
Hell yeah, man. It was an actual moment. It got to be just in itself, man. Without fucking rushing to the next thing. You'll love to see it, bro. It was really awesome to see them back.
No question, man. And the next one is Claudio Castagnoli from Forbidden Door. He was the mystery partner for Zack Sabre Jr., and he went on to put on a damn good match with Zack Sabre Jr., and he has went on to have something of a career resurgence this year from just being a guy who just sat in WWE to putting on some really good, solid stuff for us, man. So props to
I
Claudio.
swear, man. Never thought I'd see him leave that fucking company, man. But he did, and it's been awesome ever since, man.
Absolutely, man. And the next one is Swerve Strickland from Revolution. This was an awesome debut, even though Tony Schiavone kind of spoiled it. But ever since Swerve, it wasn't so much the return moment that was cool, because, you know, Tony Schiavone did spoil it. But what he's done since then, man, made the debut that much better, man. I mean, the debut was the debut has just been great, dude. He has been putting on great matches up until his little mogul affiliates thing. He's been fantastic, bro.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. The actual return itself was botched, but ever since then, he's been doing great, man.
Absolutely,
Except
man.
Wednesday, but
And the next one, and the next one is William Regal from Revolution. Him coming down to the ring, slapping Bryan in his face, slapping John Moxley in his face. Again, getting to see a bit of a different side from Mr. Regal has been very cool. And this debut moment in itself was so shocking, as he walked from the backstage area. He did not come through the ramp, or he did not come down the aisle or nothing like that. Awesome moment. Awesome.
yeah, very awesome, man. And it built something really awesome, man. From start to finish, his debut in AEW was awesome, man. That run was great.
Absolutely, man. And the next one is Bray Wyatt from Extreme Rules. How fucking cool was this, bro? The lights shut off. We heard he's got the whole world in his hands. We seen the live puppets in the crowd. We seen the Firefly Funhouse with the cobwebs all over it, which led to that door freaking getting thrown open, and out comes the Uncle Howdy mask, which he would then unveil himself to be none other than Bray Wyatt, man. So it was a very, very cool moment, and such an awesome debut, and what an awesome return following that, man. I mean, it has just been poetic up until this point, man. Fantastic work.
It really was, man. It's been great. The debut was awesome, or the return, I should say, was awesome, man. And it was just great seeing them back, man. They went all out for it.
And speaking of all out, we have the next guy, MJF. MJF, man, his return from All Out. He had such a cool return, man, where CM Punk wins the AEW World title back. Lights go out. The lights go out, and we just hear a phone call of Tony Khan saying that he's going to swallow the very bitter pill, and he's going to bring MJF back in the casino ladder match, which he did earlier that night, and he's going to give him X amount of money, and he doesn't have to sign a contract extension. And then we seen the video package of MJF taking off the devil mask and saying, "I am the devil himself."
God damn.
There we are. We're back. Yes, this was such a cool moment. I apologize again. This was such a cool moment for MJF, man, and it was all that, man. It was pretty fucking cool.
Definitely, man. Really awesome. I was going crazy. I love how they did it with the phone call and everything.
100%, man. And then the next one is Samoa Joe from Supercard of Honor. This was super badass, bro. Everybody thought Samoa Joe was just going to end up going back to WWE. And he showed up in Ring of Honor, man, and it was such an awesome moment. He came out looking like such a badass, and it was so cool, man. It really was.
It really was, man. It was really awesome, really badass, and put some eyes on ROH.
Definitely, man. Definitely. And as for the next one, man, we have the nominees for Show of the Year. We have Revolution. Double or Nothing, Forbidden Door, All Out, and Full Gear. All these shows for AEW were solid in their own right. You look at Revolution, you got the dog collar match. You have the Adam versus Adam match. You have the grab the brass ring ladder match, just to name a few. You have Jericho versus Kingston. How could I forget that one? You got Mox versus Danielson. Move it over to Double or Nothing, bro. You got Anarchy in the arena. You got the triple threat for the tag team titles and the triple threat for the tag team titles at Revolution as well. You got Hangman versus Punk. And I genuinely can't say Anarchy in the arena enough, man, because that was awesome. You got the House of Black versus the Death Triangle, and then Forbidden Door. Forbidden Door, man. Forbidden Door was one of the most just from bell to bell.
No,
like there really wasn't a bad match on the show.
no, exactly.
You got Moxley versus Tanahashi. You got Will Ospreay versus Orange Cassidy. You got that fatal four-way with Jay White, Okada, Hangman, and Adam Cole. We were in the crowd for that. And, man, for certain people like them, bro, you just never think you'd see them live in person, man. So when you get the chance to, it's really crazy, man. Really crazy.
Really was. It was really awesome, man. I love seeing all those people live.
No doubt about it, bro. So next, we have All Out. All Out had the Swerve in Our Glory versus the Acclaimed. All Out had Punk versus Mox. Jericho versus Danielson. We had the Trios titles match that was fantastic. Such a great show, man, from start to finish. It's just so sad that it had to be overshadowed
by Brawl Out.
By that fucking media scrum. And then Full Gear, man. Full Gear was another one that was from start to finish, dude. You had the Elite versus Death Triangle match 1, MJF versus Moxley, Jamie Hayter versus Tony Storm. You had the Ring of Honor Fatal 4-Way match with Jericho, Claudio, Sammy, and Bryan. I mean, it was tremendous, man. It really was. It really was. And then moving over to the WWE side, man, WrestleMania Night 1. This one pretty much was Becky and Bianca on Night 1? Or was it on Night 2?
Oh, man. Might have been on Night 1. Well, it might have been. I don't remember, man. I really do not remember, to be honest with you.
Let me see. I can't remember. This was on April 2nd. Was that a Saturday or a Sunday? Let's see. That was on Night 1.
Oh,
that was on
nice.
Night. Yes, that's right. It was. That is crazy, man. So that just adds to the show's resume. Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch. Couldn't remember, man. Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch. You had Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins. And then you had the surprisingly enjoyable match between Stone Cold Steve Austin and Kevin Owens. So it was crazy, man. It was really crazy. It was awesome, though. Then we move over to SummerSlam. This one had Roman and Brock. Wasn't really my favorite, but I know a lot of people liked it. I'm just tired of seeing those two in the ring. It was their second best match, I guess. But doesn't change the fact that I'm tired of it. We had Logan Paul versus The Miz. You had God damn, what else was on SummerSlam? Oh, duh. There was that other Becky versus Bianca match that was really, really good. There was a lot of good stuff on SummerSlam, man. Then you move over to Clash at the Castle. Who doesn't love Clash at the Castle, bro? Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre. Gunther versus Sheamus. You had the 6-man with Damage Control that they actually won. So much good stuff, bro. You had the debut of Solo Sikoa. This was, from top to bottom, again, was just a fantastic show, man.
Definitely, man. Definitely. It was great all around. And from great matches to cool things happening, man. It was really good.
Yeah, man, moving over to Extreme Rules, we had the ladder match, we had the strap match, we had the I Quit match, we had the fight pit. We had so much good shit on this show, man. And then in the end, the icing on top of the cake was the debut of Mr. Bray Wyatt, man. So it was such a cool moment. And then Survivor Series, man. Survivor Series War Games had the men's War Games match that was absolutely phenomenal. The women's War Games match, that was decent. Then you had the triple threat with Bobby Lashley, Austin Theory, and Seth Rollins. And, man, that was another great show, man. Another great show.
Definitely, man. Definitely, I like what they did with the pay-per-view. Instead of just a bunch of, like, 3 random Extreme Rules matches, it was all just extreme matches of variation, which was a great way to do that shit.
Absolutely, man. So, moving on here for Match of the Year. The honorable mentions for Match of the Year were Blood and Guts from Dynamite on June 29th, MJF versus CM Punk, the dog collar match from Revolution, and the men's War Games match from Survivor Series, Jericho versus Claudio versus Bryan versus Guevara from Full Gear, Wheeler Yuta versus John Moxley from Rampage on April 8th, and Tony Storm versus Jamie Hayter from Full Gear. All great matches. Yes, all just fantastic matches, man. Got nothing bad to say about any of them. The Fatal 4-Way from Full Gear was such a fun match, and it adds to the resume that Chris Jericho has put up this year, man. It really does.
It really does, man. It really does. And it's one of those matches for me and you that was also elevated by us just
Well, I think we lost him. Okay, I think we got him back.
Fucker. Every time I fucking say something, it always decides to go out afterwards. What did you hear of that?
It also added to, and that was it.
So me and you making jokes to a match always add to the match, whether the match is shit or whether it's great like this one, man. So for me, it was elevated even more by just us making jokes the whole fucking time.
Absolutely,
about fucking
bro. There's nothing like
one
it.
man in particular.
Dude, what can I say, man? It made the match all that much more memorable. But this was, these were all great matches in their own right. So yeah, man. And now on to the real nominees for Match of the Year. FTR versus the Briscoes from Final Battle, the dog collar match. Now I know the other FTR versus Briscoes matches aren't on here, but I wanted to be generous to a little bit of everybody because there was a fuck ton of good matches this year, man. I mean, to be honest, this has been a great year for professional wrestling in terms of match quality. I mean, some of the best ever.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
So we start off with the double dog collar match, man, and this was absolutely fantastic. It's seeing the starts to the fall of FTR, man. So next we have Gunther versus Sheamus from Clash at the Castle, man. This was probably the best Intercontinental Championship match I have seen ever.
Yeah, definitely, man. It was really fucking good. Two styles that really clashed together.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Next, we have the Anarchy in the Arena match, bro. this was just fucking all-out chaos. They nailed the concept of a chaotic match down to a T.
They really did, man. That shit was really fucking good.
With Wild Thing playing and then Jericho being the asshole heel, he pulls the soundboard out. I mean, it's just so awesome, man.
Awesome.
So awesome from start to finish. Then we have the Elite versus United Empire from Dynamite August 31st. This one was so good, bro. It was so cool seeing Will and Kenny in the ring together. And then Aussie Open are not Aussie Open are not to be slighted here either. Neither are the Young Bucks, man. But my God, just fantastic. Just a fantastic match here.
Exactly, man. Exactly. These are really fucking good, man. Love seeing those six versus each other.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And then you have Edge versus Finn Balor in the I Quit match from Extreme Rules. This was so good. Edge's acting was down to a T. This match had the smoothest transitioning from first gear to second to third to fourth, all the way up to fifth, man. So it was awesome, bro. It was truly an awesome match. And
it
next,
really was.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm done.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man. House of Black versus Death Triangle was next, man, and this match was another one that was just absolutely fantastic. One of the best matches from Double or Nothing. And yeah, it was just a random 6-man tag, but it ended up being one of the matches of the night, bro. So it was truly, truly awesome.
It really was, man. The flow, the styles just flowed, man, and it was just a great 6-man, man. This is what they should be. Two people that matter in a great ass match.
Absolutely, man. And next we have Swerve in Our Glory versus the Acclaimed from All Out. Man, this was such an experience, especially being in the crowd, bro. This match was so fucking good. This is definitely the best match I've ever seen live as well.
Definitely, man. Definitely. It was amazing. The energy was unbelievable, man, and it just made the match a million times even more important and just feel better.
Absolutely. And I'm even more upset that I'm not seeing this on a lot of other people's lists as well.
I really am. They're jipping them.
Yeah, that is some of the biggest slighting I've ever seen. So next we have Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins. You know one of these matches had to make the list. This is their one from Hell in a Cell. This was WWE's first 5-star match in 11 years. In 11 years.
It's crazy.
And man, was it just that. This was so fucking good, man. This was so good. The story of Cody and the Peck, man, and then Seth gaining his reputation back as a safe worker was it just made really for nice awesome. It was really nice to see, definitely.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
Yeah, man. And then the next match on Match of the Year is Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre from Clash at the Castle. This was so good.
Stressful.
And part of what made it so good was the nail-biting aspect to it, man. This was truly nail-biting as hell, and man, this was just so good. Even with it ending with Roman Reigns and taking the titles both back, it still sucked, but it still was a undeniable Match of the Year candidate.
Exactly, bro. I like how nerve-wracking it was. And, man, was that shit good, man. Of course, if you asked me at the time, the wrong person won. But maybe by the end of the year, or by maybe a season, basically, we'll get a right decision, man.
Definitely, man. And the final match for Match of the Year is Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's Championship on WrestleMania Night 1, man. This was such a good women's title match. The women's match of the year, man, for me, definitely. If there was a women's match of the year category, this would be it, man. This is actually the only women's match that made the real match of the year list. Obviously,
Yeah.
runner-up to that would be Toni Storm and Jamie Hayter, man. But yeah, really bad year for women's wrestling. But if there was one good match that you could point out from it, it is definitely Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch from WrestleMania, man. Awesome.
Truly, man, a great match. Two great people, man. And they might not have had the best year, man, but this match is among the 10 of the best. So definitely, definitely.
Absolutely, man. And we're moving on to career resurgences, the honorable mentions, Bray Wyatt and William Regal. We were going to put Bray Wyatt on the list, but the reason we ended up not is because it's not really a resurgence. He kind of just lost his job. Nobody really forgot how good he was. But it is a resurgence in the fact of him coming back to work and telling great stories again. So, for that aspect, we'll put him as an honorable mention. And same thing with William Regal. This guy was just taken from his role in NXT. Nobody forgot how good he was. He just got stripped from his role. And then he got fired. So, seeing him in AEW, man, just reminding everybody how good truly William Regal is. It was just, it is an awesome thing to see this year, man. And then for your actual nominee list, we have FTR, who had a horrible fucking year last year, wearing robes, walking around with those AAA titles, and they just sucked last year. They were absolutely horrendous last year. Next, we have Rhea Ripley, who was actually on failed run of the year last year.
Yeah.
And this year, she has came into her own and has become such a pivotal part of the Judgment Day. It has been so cool to see.
It really has been, bro. She's awesome, man. She's really fucking good, man. You love to see it.
Yeah, man. Next, we have Sheamus, who nobody really forgot how good Sheamus was, but people did forget that Sheamus could give you banger after banger after banger.
Mm-hmm.
So that lands Sheamus a spot as under career resurgence of the year, man. What a tremendous year. He had, again, one of the best IC title matches I've ever seen, probably in my entire life. That is probably number one, to be 100% honest, man. Next, we have Cody Rhodes. I fucking hated Cody Rhodes last year, man. I could not stand Cody Rhodes. His later years in AEW were just so horrendous, man. So horrendous.
They really fucking were, man. They were really bad, man. But his debut in AEW and fucking wrong company in WWE and what he was doing, it was just awesome to see, man. He really turned himself around, man. He just became interesting again, man. It was a breath of fresh air for Cody Rhodes.
Definitely, man. And then next we have Daddy Ass, Billy Gunn, who has managed to resurge his career with the Acclaimed as soon as he got away from his children. Everything seemed to turn around for him, man, and he has been one of the best, one of the coolest on-screen characters on AEW television at the moment, man, and you just absolutely love to see it. You love to see it, man. He's been so great, and he's been so funny, man. He adds to that group so much.
Definitely, man. Definitely, he really does, man. And it's crazy to think that he's one of the best parts about the show in terms of acts.
Absolutely, bro. Next, we have the honorary Oos, Sami Zayn. Another one. I couldn't even stand Sami Zayn a little bit earlier this year when he was just doing his what was his name again? It was his nickname. It was the Liberator, the Great Liberator.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what the fuck was that?
What a turnaround, man.
And to move from that to the honorary Oos is just, dude, Sami Zayn is fantastic, bro. He is fantastic. Next, we have Claudio Castagnoli, man, another guy I never thought was going to leave WWE. He eventually did and went to AEW, and there he has had a career resurgence, and everybody is seeming to remember how good Claudio really is, man. He is fantastic, and he has had something of a career resurgence, man. definitely, to say the very least.
Definitely, man, definitely. Went from someone I thought last year would never be. It was disappointing last year because had that Mania match and then literally did nothing afterwards. And now look at him. Love to see it, man. Love to see where he is now.
Absolutely, man. And then the next one for career resurgence of the year is Chris Jericho, man. Chris Jericho had such a bad year last year with his so long feud with MJF, and it was just so bad. The storytelling with the Inner Circle towards the end of it was shit. The match quality wasn't really there at all. And this year, oh my God, what a full 180 from last year, bro. Great matches, great faction, great everything from Chris Jericho, great promo segments, great storylines, and the match quality for him has been off the charts. At 50-something years old, he has had one of the best career years in wrestling.
Ever.
That says something in itself. These are the kind of 50-year-old guys I want to see.
Exactly, bro. Same. He's one of the best, man, and it's crazy to think how bad he was last year, how good he is this year. Like I said, from the matches, the promos, the new group, brought everybody around him up, man, and you love to see it, man.
Absolutely, man. And next is Keith Lee. Keith Lee last year was either off television or a Bearcat. And this year, he is a nominee for Match of the Year. That just goes to show how far Keith Lee has gone and where he needs to be. So for that alone, that earns him a spot in Career Resurgence of the Year, man. And then the next one is Finn Balor. Even earlier this year, Finn Balor was dead to rights. I remember when he lost the U.S. Championship, everybody thought they were going to release him because there was nothing left for the man to do. Lo and behold, here we are. And Finn Balor is on Career Resurgence. He has been a fantastic leader to the Judgment Day, to say the very least.
He really has been, man. You love to see it, bro.
Absolutely, man. So with that, here are the nominees for Women's Superstar of the Year. We got Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair had a fantastic year in terms of match quality. In terms of her character, horrible. But in terms of her match quality, that carried the shit alone. Alone, man. So, next we have Dominic's mommy, Rhea Ripley. She, again, went from being a... Yes, Women's Superstar of the Year is a very hard one.
Very tough.
She went from being on a failed run of the year last year to being just so great and such a prominent point of the Judgment Day, man. It is so nice to see, especially with her being in the women's division and still being such a big part of that group. It is so good for the women's division and for Rhea Ripley, man.
Definitely, man. Definitely. You just love to see just turnarounds like that, man.
Absolutely, man. And the next one is Jamie Hayter. Jamie Hayter is also a breakout star of the year. She managed to capture the AEW Women's World Championship this year. She's put on great matches with Toni Storm. She put on great matches with Hikaru Shida, like the one this past Wednesday. She has just been killing it, man. She has been killing it, bro.
She really has been crazy to see her rise like that, man, and definitely one of the best this year. Easily.
Female John Cena, man. That's right.
Damn.
The next one is Thunder Rosa. Thunder Rosa finally captured the AEW Championship and immediately ran to the bathroom afterwards to go cry about it. So, Thunder Rosa put on some decent matches this year through the summer. She put on some decent matches. Nothing really too intriguing in terms of feud goes. She really couldn't get herself out of a feud with Britt Baker. But in terms of her match quality, another one very, very good, man. Very good.
Definitely, man. Definitely had great matches this year. Definitely.
The next nominee goes to Liv Morgan, man. Liv Morgan has had quite the interesting year, man, with her being white hot in the beginning of it, everybody wanting to see her beat Becky Lynch. And then she ended up beating Ronda Rousey, which she was a savior when she took the title off of her. And then Ronda just beat her back for it, man. But regardless, Liv did have a great year. She had a great year. She got her first Women's World Championship. She could have even been a breakout star of the year, man. But
She
Liv
could,
Morgan,
man, but they fucked it all up.
they had to just go and fuck it all up. Yes, but her chase in the beginning of the year, I really think, is what
It was
makes her
amazing.
earn this spot, man, for sure.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
And next, you have Athena. She was able to get over all the bad stuff that happened to her in WWE, man, and make her way over to AEW. And every time we see her, we don't see her a lot, but every time we see her, it's pretty fucking good, man. It's pretty fucking good. She is the current ROH Women's Champion, man, and yeah, that is it.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
And next we have Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch is another one. Character work down the fucking toilet, but in terms of her match quality, it has been pretty damn good this year, man. Every time we see Bex, she gives us some bangers, man. Even it's even looking up this year, being that she is going back to the man character. Maybe we get a heel version of that, and we'll see where we go from there, man. But it is yes, Becky Lynch definitely for her match quality gets put on this list for sure.
Definitely, man. Definitely. Great matches, man. And she's Becky Lynch, man. Even when she's not doing the best, she's still fucking great.
Absolutely, man. And next is Toni Storm. Toni Storm finally got to break out and have a little run with the AEW Women's World Championship. She put on great matches with Jamie Hayter. She did put on a decent match quality even when she was champion. The only thing that tarnished her title reign was, again, the Britt Baker feud. Notice how that's a common theme here. And
Literally.
the interim aspect of her title reign, man. So it sucks. It really does for Toni.
It really did,
but she
man.
still deserves to be recognized nonetheless.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
Yeah, man. And next is Mandy Rose. Mrs. OnlyFans herself gets put on this list. She did great career work all year, man. You know, match quality might not be there, but Toxic Attraction, she made Toxic Attraction, man. And she
did.
held the NXT Women's Championship the whole entire year up until the very end. So props go to Mandy Rose for sure, for a Women's Superstar of the Year.
Truly, man. She had a great year. And crazy to think where it would happen at the end, man. But she had a great year leading up to it, man. Really turned her career around, man, and really came into her own.
Absolutely, man. And then the last nominee for Women's Superstar of the Year is none other than Chris Statlander. Everybody wanted to see Statlander take the title from Jade at All Out, man. Chris Statlander was getting mega over with the AEW fan base before she got injured, man. So the injury bug seems to get her again. But I cannot wait until she does come back, man. I would love to see her take that title off of Mrs. Cargill.
Truly, man. Truly, I hope she does, man. Because, good lord, someone needs to.
No question. All right, man. So with that, we move on to the Tag Team of the Year. First, we got the Briscoes, man, for their trilogy with FTR. Then we move over to the Acclaimed. The Acclaimed broke out this year, man. Their match was Swerve in Our Glory. Their amount of overness with the AEW fan base is uncanny. FTR, who was a fan favorite of the AEW audience all year, due to their match quality, it has been such a great year for FTR, man. They have had a career resurging year. And it is just been a great year for them, man, being that they were another team on failed run of the year last year. So it's awesome to see them come further and get past all that, man. So next, it is the Young Bucks. The Young Bucks are going to have the Young Bucks are I'm making a prediction right now, man. The Young Bucks are probably going to be on this list every single year, bro. They are just that
Mm-hmm.
fucking good.
It's that good. They
Next
really are, man.
is Kyle Fletcher and Mark Davis of Aussie Open, man. This team has really introduced themselves to the wrestling world this year, man. Great matches on Dynamite, great matches with the Elite, great matches with FTR. These guys have really proclaimed themselves as the future of tag team wrestling, which I wholeheartedly believe they are. I love me some Aussie Open, bro. They are fucking
They
fire.
do. They really are really good, man. I really like this team.
Yeah. I don't know, Logan. If FTR has a year like they did in 2021, I don't think they made the list in 2021, did they?
No, they did not.
No,
No
yeah,
way. If they did, oh God, I'm disappointed in ourselves.
I don't think they did. But
They probably did. Man,
I
were
know
they
they were on
assholes?
failed run though. I know that.
Mm-hmm. It was horrible last year, man.
The next team on the list is Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, Red Dragon. They had a fantastic first half of the year, man. They really did. They had a
Oh, dude,
fantastic
awesome
first
at
half of the
first.
year. Great matches in
Fucking
AEW.
these two.
Yes, they are fantastic, bro. They are fantastic. I
They
hope we can
really
see them
are.
again. But yeah,
I
man. And
hope
then
so.
the next team, is the Usos. The Usos, man. They had great matches with the Street Profits, bro. They were in the War Games match this year. I mean, they really killed it. And then their character work also earns them a spot on this list, man. They have been tremendous character wise.
They really have been. They've been on top of it with that, man, and they had a pretty good year, man. Especially this later half.
Definitely. Definitely, man. And next is Swerve in Our Glory. They had a tremendous, tremendous year, man. This is a team that got put together, and everybody didn't like it at first, including us, because it's just AEW lumping two guys together. And oh boy, did
Mhm.
they show out!
They
They
really made it their own, man.
they did. They did, and it was so good. It was so good, man. Great year for a team that came out of nowhere.
They really, really did, man. They really did.
And the next team, man, is Ricky Starks and Will Hobbs, or Team Taz. I feel like they drifted away
Yes,
from Team Taz though towards the end of it. These
they
two,
definitely did.
another team that I really wish would have stayed together just a little bit longer, but maybe it's good that they ended it a little bit early, man. These guys, banger matches. They had that string of triple threat matches that were so fucking good.
They're really
And
fucking good.
these two as a team, bro, I remember when they were sitting up in the skybox at Forbidden Door. Great stuff, man. Great stuff. I
It
love
really
these
was,
two
man. It
together.
was fire ass shit. Yeah, I really do, man. I liked them a lot. I was super annoyed when they broke them up.
Me
But
too.
man, did they have a great year as a team.
Absolutely. Another team that AEW could have kept together because their tag
They
teams
were
are
really good.
slowly starting to go away a little bit.
I'm telling you, man.
And next, the final team, we have the team that held the AEW Tag Team Championships for the first 5 months of the year. We have Jurassic Express, man. What a yeah, even that good year. Bad year in terms of feuds and storylines for them, but in terms of match quality, man, good
It was really
ass
good.
year. Good ass year for
Definitely,
Jurassic
man.
Express.
They had some amazing matches, man. And although the storylines weren't really there, man, the matches were, man. They really brought it with that.
No question, man. And moving us on to our second to last category, the honorable mentions for faction of the year. The first one we got Imperium, Giovanni Vinci, Ludwig Kaiser, and Gunther of
Good
Imperium,
God.
or
Fucking names.
how the men like to say it, how the men and women like to say it. Fabian Eichner, Marcel Barthel, and Walter of Imperium. Man, I think we just all need to be grateful that this group is back, because
I'm telling
had
you.
Vince stayed in charge, Walter would not be the IC champion. We would have never got Walter versus Sheamus, and it would just be Gunther and Ludwig Kaiser. They'd probably be in AEW right now, or waiting for their 90 days to be up.
One of the two. Because, good lord.
Golly, that was rough. But regardless, we're not there anymore, and we are in this spot right here, man, where Imperium is actually back on our television, man. So I could be very grateful for that. And they've been doing great, man. They've been doing great.
They really have, man.
Next is the D'Angelo family. Channing Stacks Lorenzo and Troy Two Dimes Donovan and Don himself, Tony D'Angelo, man. So they were so good. I'm so upset that this group is no longer a thing because of Two Dimes. But man, I mean, this group was so good. Those two fit so well with him, and they just really did some good work, man. Some good work against Legato. They really did.
Definitely, man. They really came in well with that group.
Absolutely. And the last group on the honorable mentions is the Brawling Brutes. Sheamus, Ridge the Fridge, my boy Ridge the Fridge, and Butch.
Fucking Butch. God damn.
How do you come up with Ridge the Fridge for one of your friends, and then the other friend's nickname is Butch?
Fucking
You know how
Butch.
insulted I would be if I was Pete Dunne? The other guy has a cool-ass nickname, and then you just have Butch. Come on, bruh. Come on now.
God damn.
Bell says, I remember how much I hated Brawling Brutes at the beginning of the year, but now I
Oh, they
love
were
them.
so bad.
Seriously, I love the Brawling Brutes. I love all three of them, to be honest. I really do, man. I really do. Rage the Fridge, man. That's my guy. That is such a cool nickname, man. I don't know if that's an unpopular opinion, but I love that fucking nickname. All right, man.
Hell yeah.
So here are the Faction of the Year nominees, man. We have the Judgment Day, as Damian Priest used to say. We have the Judgment Day. The picture you see on your screen is something that I never would have thought I would have liked. But Dominic Mysterio in that group has added to it, and it's been great. It has been great.
Man.
This group went from being a group of weirdos to a group that I genuinely like a lot.
Oh, I'm telling you, they're still weird, but it makes it fun now. Now they're embracing it, and it's fun.
Yeah, now they're just a band of pricks, and it's so cool. It's so cool.
Exactly.
Next, we have the Jericho Appreciation Society. This version of the group you see in the picture, man, the OG group. Chris Jericho, Daddy Magic, Cool Hand Ange, Danny Garcia, and Jake Hager. This group was so good. They're even good now, but this group was goated. This group was goated,
really
man.
Goated. Mm-hmm. Truly, man.
And what a year they had. All five of them. All five of them, man. Now, the next one is the Blackpool Combat Club. William Regal, John Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, Bryan Danielson, and Wheeler Yuta. The BCC, definitely a Faction of the Year candidate. What a tremendous fucking year for this group. Everybody in it ate. Everybody in it thrived this year, man.
It was awesome, man. They were so badass. The coolest merch, man. Top tier. Top fucking tier, man.
Yes, and the next group is the Bloodline. The Bloodline was so fucking horrendous in the beginning of the year, man. But Sami Zayn, a little Sami Zayn was trotting around, man, and he managed to find his way into the bloodline, and ever since then, we have been off to the races with this group, man, because they have been fire ever since gaining Sami
They have.
Zayn, let alone Solo Sikoa. Really breathed new life into the group, man. It really did.
Exactly, bro. They were fucking horrendous for the first like fucking 6 months of the 7, damn near, and then they got really good, man. So crazy to see that turnaround, man. But they were so good in these last like 4 fucking months that they've just been on fire, man.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, man. And then we have the House of Black. The House of Black was really doing good all year, man. I always say if they wouldn't have, if, and, I'm not saying that he shouldn't have because, his mental health
Yeah,
is more
yeah,
important. But, if Malachi Black wouldn't have asked for that time off, I think they would be the Trios champs right now instead of the Death Triangle. I think they were ready for that spot, man.
they were, man.
Yes, and I think they will be in 2023, and I hope we're talking about them for Faction of the Year in 2023 as well, because they are so
I
good.
hope so.
The addition of Julia Hart is so cool. All three of those guys just fit so well together, and it makes for a really great team, man.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
Yeah, man. Next group, we have the Death Triangle. They managed to capture the Trios Championships this year. Had one of the matches of the night at Double or Nothing. Had one of the matches of the night at Full Gear. Having a great 7-game series with the Elite right now. And Pac, at one point in the year, held 2 titles. He was
Yeah,
Tupac.
he really was Tupac, man. And although they are a group that I don't like their idea of them together, they're a group that always puts on banger matches, man. So they've been, in terms of match quality, had an amazing fucking year, man.
100%.
And they've just been great in the matches.
100%, man. And then the next group is the Elite. Who doesn't love themselves? The Elite. They
Exactly.
are so
Their
good.
standard.
Match quality, yes, they really are the standard, bro. Match quality off the charts. Storylines, whether it's in or outside of the ring, wink wink, have been fucking off the charts this year.
Hmm.
So yeah, man, the Elite they've just always been great, man. They are the first AEW Trios champions. And yeah, we can't really talk too much about that for legal reasons, but they had, that didn't last them too long. But regardless, it has still just been such an amazing year for the Elite, man.
It really has been, man. They're always great every year, man. Never fails, man. Never fails with these three.
Undoubtedly, man, undoubtedly. Next group is Legado del Fantasma, the version of Legado del Fantasma you see on your screen right now. Joaquin Wilde, Cruz del Toro, Santos Escobar, and Elektra Lopez. This group in NXT was so fucking good, man. They were so good against the D'Angelo family. Great work, man. Santos Escobar turned into El Jefe, and it was just so good. Such good work from these guys, man, and girls.
Really did, man. They really felt like a group. Really felt like a fucking like a mob in that bitch. And that
Yes,
shit was just awesome, bro.
absolutely, man. And the next group is United Empire. Will Ospreay, Kyle Fletcher, Mark Davis, Jeff Cobb, Great O'Con. You guys know the thing, man. United Empire has had a great year, dude. They've had a great year, whether it's been overseas in Japan or here in AEW, man. It has
Yeah.
been fantastic. Great O'Con and Jeff Cobb had a banger match at Forbidden Door, as did the leader Will Ospreay. Aussie Open's been great throughout the whole year, man. They have been awesome, man. They have truly been awesome.
They really have been, man. Great year for them. And they're just really good. Really cool, really good, man. I hope we see more of them in AEW next year.
100%. 100%, man. And the last group is the Undisputed Elite. The Young Bucks, Red Dragon, and Adam Cole, man. Red Dragon had great matches all year, man. The Young Bucks had great matches all year. Adam Cole had as many great matches as capable.
He could have.
But man, I mean, what a great year for all five of these individuals, man, for sure.
For sure, man. Definitely all had great, and it was cool seeing them all together. Never thought I would see it.
Yeah, man. And then your nominees for the men's superstar of the year, the honorable mentions go to Dax Harwood off his match quality alone. He's really been put in a lot of single situations and thrived in them this year.
Truly, man.
Wheeler Yuta, who came into his own this year after joining the Blackpool Combat Club, man, has been a great year for Wheeler Yuta. And finally, the Kingpin, the leader of the United Empire, Will Ospreay, man. What can I say, man? Will Ospreay is always he's just outside the list, but he is always going to be somewhere near this list, man. He is so fucking fantastic.
He really is, man. You just got to see more of him next year, and maybe he could be put in that 10.
And now for the official nominees, the last category. I am so sorry we have kept you guys here this long, man. But when I tell you guys I love you guys, I really mean it, bro. I really mean it. You guys are dead ass stayed up with us till 2:45 in the morning to preview the year-end awards, man. However, the men's superstar of the year nominees, the first nominee goes to Seth. Oh, damn, I should have put freaking for Sir K, man.
Oh, God.
Goes to Seth freaking Rollins. You know, you can have a great year when you do well for yourself, but when you have a great year making other people look good,
you're just goated, man.
You really are, man. You know, that is really what makes a good worker great. Is Seth Rollins was given the task of being gatekeeper Seth all year, and he still managed to make himself and his opponent look like a fucking superstar through all of it, man.
Definitely, man. Definitely. He's one of those guys that makes the whole roster look good, man.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. So the next nominee for Superstar of the Year is Mr. Cody Rhodes, man. Bro, Cody Rhodes even his AEW stuff, his one AEW thing he did in the beginning of the year, the ladder match with Sammy Guevara was one of the best Dynamite matches out of the year, 100%.
Yeah.
The WrestleMania return was so awesome. All three of his matches with Seth were awesome. His promos in WWE and AEW were awesome. Cody just had a really good year, man. He really did.
He did, man. He turned himself around this year and just had an interesting, great year, man. Refreshing.
Absolutely, man. And the next superstar on Men's Superstar of the Year is none other than MJF, man. MJF had a fantastic year from start to bottom. We started it off with the absolute cinema that was MJF versus CM Punk. Then that moved us over to his feud with Wardlow. That was fantastic. Then we moved over to the feud against AEW management that accumulated to a just amazing summer, culminating with MJF coming back at All Out and being put in a feud with Jon Moxley. It was supposed to be CM Punk, but we all know how that ended. Jon Moxley and him had a really good feud, called for some really good stuff with him and William Regal, and he ended up capturing his first world championship in a major promotion this year, man. So it's been an awesome year for MJF, no question.
It really has been, man. It defined his future status, man, from the promos to the matches and to the moment of the win, man. It's gonna be awesome, man.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And Next is Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is another guy in the beginning of the year I was dreading.
Oh,
Dreading.
dreadful.
Oh my God, it was horrible. And man, ever since that Triple
Garbage.
H takeover, we've seen good Roman
Been
Reigns
great, man.
matches. He's been fucking fantastic with the character work. He was growing so stale under Vince McMahon, and my God, has he turned the shit around and become fantastic, man.
I'm telling you, man, he's been great lately, man. Although he had a horrible first half, this latter half has been really great, man. And this is how it should have been the whole fucking time.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Adam Hangman Page. Hangman, the Hangman. He had great matches all year, bro. He had a great match at All Out. He was the AEW World Champion for the first 5 months of the year, and his match quality alone, if we're talking match quality, he is definitely the best AEW champion we've seen. I don't care
I think
what
so.
anybody says. I know it wasn't the best reign on the planet, but in terms of match quality, you'd be bullshitting to say that wasn't, I think, the best reign we've ever seen, man. So, he was great, man. He had the good match with Adam Cole in the main event of Revolution. He had a great match. He had great fucking lights out matches with Lance Archer. He had another banger with Danielson in the beginning of the year. Just bangers all year from Hangman, and he's been great, man. He's been great.
Definitely, man. Definitely been really good. Hangman's one of my favorites, man. Glad he was champion, man. And he had a great year, man. Great year. He had that. Sucks that he had that little hiccup with that injury, man. But he's already back on it, and it's some of the best shit on TV. So just goes to show how good he is.
Absolutely, man. So Sami Zayn is the next one, man. Sami Zayn had a, Sami Zayn, unfortunately, like Roman Reigns, was very bad in the beginning of the year. And if it wasn't for that
Very.
Triple H takeover, they probably wouldn't be on this list, man, because he and his
No.
regime have managed to turn all this shit around for a guy like Sami Zayn and for a guy like Roman Reigns, in my opinion. Sami Zayn was another guy I wasn't really... it's not that I even hated him in the beginning of the year. It was actually worse than that. I just barely knew he was there. I barely knew he was there in the beginning of the year. He was just there, But he has
Doing
managed
random
to turn
shit.
himself around and just, with his character work alone, landed himself a spot on this list and being the honorary Oos, man.
He really has, man. It's crazy how much it brought him, man.
Absolutely, man. And the next one is Chris Jericho. What can I say, man? There's a reason I call this man Chris Jericho, because he is genuine. He
He
is
is.
seriously in my top 5 of all time, and this year is one of the biggest reasons why he's most likely cemented into that spot, bro, because Chris Jericho has just had such a turnaround year, and he is just, his match quality and his character work and everything he touches turns to fucking gold, man. And that is what
It
Chris
has.
Jericho's run has been in 2022. Nothing short of great. He is, and not to mention all the backstage stuff he's done for AEW, man. I mean, that needs to be recognized 100%.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. He's great in the ring, great out of the ring, great on the mic, great all around, man. This year alone has been one of just the best years of his career, and you just love to see a career like this from him.
Absolutely. He really showed how much he can step up as a leader. Speaking of leaders, the next guy is Jon Moxley. Jon
Yes,
Moxley,
man.
dude, this man, from another guy from start to finish through the year, has just been solid.
Man, this shit.
Blackpool Combat Club member, great matches all year, gave up his vacation. Another guy through the
Mhm.
company's dark period was who really stepped up and shouldered the company as a leader and tried to show these people that this isn't how wrestling is. You know what I mean? Shit like
Exactly.
this does not happen, does not need to happen. Yeah, does not need to happen, rather. And he just throughout the whole year, man, again, shouldered everything in this company, bro, and really stepped up as a leader with Jericho and Bryan, and he's really done something special this year, man, and he deserves to be recognized for that, absolutely.
He really does, man. Really does. Max had a great year. Um, does great in everything he does, man, and he cares so much. And he put the roster, put that title, and put the company on his back instead of going on vacation, which is something most people wouldn't do, man.
No doubt about it. Speaking of backstage problems in AEW, the next guy
The
is
opposite.
CM Punk. CM Punk had a
On-screen
fantastic
year.
on-screen year, bro. I mean, let's be honest. It was the back. I mean, except for that one promo where he made Hangman look like a fucking dork. This year was just awesome. The MJF feud was amazing. The Hangman feud was amazing. The feud with John Moxley was pretty good. There was some unnecessary turns in there, but it was really good nonetheless. And his feud with MJF was about to be fire, man, but that's not how everything happens, I guess. But regardless, CM Punk still had a fantastic year in the year of 2022, man.
He did, man. All that on-screen stuff was fire, man. The promos, the moments, it was all awesome, man. It was all awesome seeing the Drama Queen award. I swear to God, bro. But the backstage stuff, bro. My God, what a child! And it just goes to show the comparison from CM Punk to Jericho, Mox, and Danielson, man. Truly the complete opposites backstage, man. But on screen, CM Punk was fucking amazing, man. And he delivered on anything I hoped the CM Punk return would have been on screen, man. And
No
I thought that was an impossible task at one point.
No doubt about it, man. And the last nominee for this lengthy preview um, is none other than another one of AEW's leaders for the year, man. Bryan Danielson, guy who stepped up match quality off the charts all year. All year off the
Mm-hmm.
charts for the match quality, man. And he is a stud. He is so amazing, man. He is so amazing. Anarchy in the Arena. You talk about his match with John Moxley from Revolution. You talk about what would have been his match with Zack Sabre Jr. that I am so upset we didn't get. His
Oh, I'm
match with
so pissed.
his matches with Jericho, from the later half of the year, bro. I mean, his matches with Daniel Garcia. Bryan Danielson, my JR. Bryan Danielson has
Oh,
just
God.
done really solid work all year, 100%, man. And being a leader of the Blackpool Combat Club earns him this spot as well, man. So awesome,
He
awesome
really
stuff
has,
for
man.
Bryan.
Really has. Truly, man. Truly, he's one of those guys that always deliver matches, promos, and just this version of him is just dope, man. It's just cool.
So
He's
good.
just a cool guy, man. I like this version of Danielson the most, man. Probably, man. Although the vegan heel stuff was really fucking good, and I really liked it.
It's
In
true.
terms of just general character, I love this, man. I love the mix of badass to cool to chill. I love it. I love every aspect of him, man.
Absolutely, dude. And those are your nominees for each category, dude. I am
Fuck.
very sorry that we went this long. However, this is going to save us a lot of time, so you guys won't be stuck here for another 3-hour award show. We got it out the way now. The explaining part.
Exactly.
And man, oh man, it's going to be a good show, man. I'm so excited for it on Wednesday. Do not forget, man, I'll flash it up on the screen for you guys one more time. Wednesday, December 28th, 2022, 3 p.m. Central is the date and the time for the Notorious Heels podcast. 2022 year-end awards. Thank you guys so very much for sticking with us throughout this very lengthy year-end award nominee preview, man. We love you guys so much, so fucking much, bro. It is 3 o'clock in
Thank
the
you,
morning.
guys.
It
Well,
is 3 o'clock in the
fuck.
fucking morning, Chicago time. We love you guys so much. Bell is still up.
I don't know how you do it, man.
We love you,
I don't
girl.
know how you
The
do
Twisted
it, Bell.
Sister.
You're
We
a
love
goat.
you, girl.
You really are.
Bro.
Holy shit.
Jesus. Don't even tell me what time it is by you. Just please get some sleep. I apologize, man. But thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. We love you guys, man. This has been another great edition of the Notorious Unscripted, man. This has been episode 123 of the podcast, man, and the 2022 year-end award previews. Thank you guys. It has been always a pleasure for my Johnny Mayhem.
And I, Sir K.
And that is going to do it for this edition of the Notorious podcast. Thank you to everybody in chat. Logan Durante, Bell, the Coog 97. Thank you guys so much. We love you guys, and we will see you guys Wednesday with the Notorious Heels Podcast 2022 Year-End Awards.
Peace.
I used to get deals on the bitch. Now I throw shields on the dick to stop me from that HIV shit. And niggas know they soft like a Twinkie fillin', playing the villain, prepare for the strap killing. Biggie Smalls is the illest. Your style is played out like Arnold when that what you talking about, Willis? The thrill is gone, the black Frank White is here to excite, throw dick to dice. Bitches are like I'm brainless, guns are like I'm stainless steel. I want the fucking fortune like the wheel. I squeeze cats till my clips is empty, don't tempt me. You don't want the fuck
Here I am, I'll be damned if this ain't some shit. Time to spread the butter lyrics over